Hello, welcome to another session of Icewind Dale. With delay, anyone on the stream, just got tied up, people grabbing food and various other bits, but I think everyone is good to go. I think we're just going to jump straight to it. Good.
Max, are you ready?
I'm ready, yep.
Okay, all right, last time, after a long needed rest at the Luskan Arms in Targos, you got ready for the day and headed down for breakfast, greeted by Owen the innkeep, who took your orders for your breakfast. Johnny Flash, you decided to pay a visit to the town speaker, North Max Ildenar, who, after sending some notes via his flying snakes, came down to join you all for breakfast. North gave you the information you required about Torga and his bodyguard, telling you that Sethek's eyes would sometimes shimmer a bright blue when the light struck them. Johnny, being well read on certain beasts and otherworldly beings, narrowed it down to a possible white, a powerful undead humanoid that had been gifted a second chance at life under the oath to their patron. After breakfast, you headed down to the stables to pick up your axe beaks. But before you got there, a border collie named Boy caught your attention and led you to Keegan Velrin, who invited you into his house and asked you for a favour. He asked you to help track down his beloved husband, Garrett, who worked as a guide in the Dale. You'd taken a small adventuring party to Kelvin's Cairn, a lone mountain in the north, and he advised you to ask around Caer Conig, a town at the foot of the mountain, to seek any information. Agreeing to help, you collected your axe beaks and journeyed to Bryn Shander. Upon arriving, you checked in your axe beaks and struck a conversation with the stable master, who remembered the strange dwarf and his eccentric bodyguard. He told you that they were still in town as they hadn't collected their horses. He pointed you in the right direction, and after a little bit of exploring, you found an abandoned magic shop with the cart that was described to you sat outside. Exploring the shop, you found the body of a dwarf in the bath upstairs with a dagger made of ice in his chest, giving you the confidence that you'd found the right place, and not the fact that I'd made a map of the shop. So we'll forget about that, even though... With some more searching, you found a bloodstain that looked like it led under a pile of crates. Bock, being the smart one of the group, put his hand through the illusion, which revealed it to be a hide in a hole that led to an unused part of the sewers. Climbing down, you found a makeshift prison, which was inhabited by 3 spooky zombies. After quickly dealing with the weak walking corpses, you head further in and found a locked stone door with an engraving of a 6-pointed snowflake and a small slit in the centre. Alarmin, for the second time, summoned a dagger made of ice and slid it into the slit in the door. And the ice from the dagger melted, and the water filled the snowflake engraving, freezing over again, which unlocked the door. As you walked in, you noticed a significant drop in temperature, and the door slammed shut behind you. Inside an underground temple was a shrine to the Frostmaiden, and it was complete with a sacrificial altar made entirely of ice. And a light fog began to fill the room, and Sethek revealed himself stepping through the mist. After a tactical battle with the killer, he managed to slay him and decapitating him to ensure he stayed dead, and to bring proof of his demise to Hayden. Var and Goza burned the body, when Var had then seen a shape take form within the flames. So, Var, as you look into the flames, you see the shape of a bird with bright blue eyes, like a shadow. It starts to take form into an owl, and then transforms into a beautiful woman. Her eyes are glowing bright blue, and you start to see her body start to crystallize in some places until it completely consumes her. In the center of her body, it starts to glow red, and it shatters, revealing a burning sword. And then the flames dissipate. And that's what you saw. Okay, you killed Sefek, you've got his head and you've burnt his body. What do you do?
Sorry, I was typing up what you just said.
Yeah, it's all right. It's a late start, so I'm trying to get through the intro.
No, it's all right. It's fine. I might just need some more notes from last session. If you just send us those notes as well. I didn't write down nearly that much. Anyway.
So, looking around, we're looking pretty bruised and tired after the fight, right? Should we make our way out of this magic shop in air quotes? Because this is totally not a shop, is it? It's a murder house.
I'll nod in agreement. Can we get the map back up? The actual floor
Yes,
plan rather than
yeah.
the front page.
Do you want the floor plan of the shop or the city?
Give us Brunchanda.
Assuming if we're all leaving Brunchanda.
Yeah.
The city, yeah?
Yeah.
There you go.
On the way out, I'll turn around to the more combat-y, more, the Var, Gozor, and Bok. And I'll ask him, like, have you guys ever fought anything like that before?
Shake my head. No.
I mean, I've only got what I've read in books, but that was terrifying.
I'm the same. I've only got what I've read in books.
Var, are you sure you're okay? You took quite a blow.
I'm alright now. Just my pride that's wounded.
Don't worry, when we tell stories of this, I'll leave out that bit.
And I offer him some of that old meat I still have in my pockets. Sort of pat him on the shoulder quite rough.
Like right where he's wounded or something, just this heavy pat it.
You got plate armor on, quite sturdy, right? Or chainmail, something. You got heavy armor on.
It's pretty battered.
Why and it falls off. Like that was the weak point, and it just spring loads
The chest
off.
plates come clean off.
Naked, like a cartoon, he like covers his covers himself. Okay, so you make your way out of the shop, which puts you here.
Should we let
Where you going?
the guards know, or because
Yeah, is anyone aware of what happened?
Var's kind of just carrying a head there, and I don't think that will go down well with the locals.
As far as you can tell, no one seems to be aware of what's gone on. People are, there's not many people around the area that you're in.
Actually, just carrying a head, or is it like wrapped in something?
Yeah, can we put it in like a bag or something?
Yeah,
Maybe.
put it away.
I mean,
I'll put it into my cape.
everything I've seen of Var so far, he would totally be carrying around, not in a bag, just by the hair.
Just by the scruff of the hair.
Yeah.
Okay, so you put it in the bag near the head somewhere.
Yeah, either wrapping it up in like somewhat.
It's not oozing or anything like that, is it? Is it not going to drip out or cause
Actually,
problems down the line?
one thing that you noticed is there was no blood.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
that makes things nice and easy.
It's so clean.
If we're not bagging it, can I cast minor illusion on it to make it look like a big cabbage? I'll just be like, "Don't worry, guys, I got this," and I'm gonna like conjure up a little minor
It's so
illusion around the
fresh.
head to make it look like a
You all
cabbage.
watch as these leaves start growing out of Sefek's chin and start covering his entire face, like layering over the top, and there you have a big cabbage.
My cabbages!
I just look like really pleased with myself, and I'm like, "Yeah, genius, right?" No one's gonna ask us about a cabbage.
You just place it in a cabbage cart.
What if they do ask you about cabbage? Surely cabbages aren't that common in Icewind Dale.
Cabbage is the most boring vegetable. No one's gonna ask about a cabbage.
Right. Next point.
Yeah, you're not going
But-
to question it, are you?
I mean,
I'm
I'm
generally asking.
not.
Would you question
Find out
someone
if they
going to
care
cabbage?
about cabbage.
No, don't ask the guards. Just act nonchalant.
So there are sort of small indoor farms within the city, so I don't think people are going to
Okay.
That's
pay
get
too
God's
much mind.
attention.
You, on the way down, you have seen people carting, various vegetables and
Okay.
things.
Okay.
We am I
What?
right in my notes? I've got that we picked up a harmonica.
You did.
Something didn't.
I've got a bone harmonica, yeah.
Oh, can I look at it?
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
play
pass
with
it
this
over to you.
And I'll look at the
Thank you.
harmonica.
Yeah, I want to play with it.
Okay.
Does anything stand out about said harmonica?
So,
I,
looking at the harmonica, you can see that it's constructed from half the jaw of a human, like a humanoid. The holes are sort of drilled into where the teeth would go. And it's sort of like slightly curved in the shape of a jaw.
That's pretty gnarly. I don't want to play it.
That's something I
wanna put
want
your
to
mouth on
ask
that, no.
you.
Yeah.
Maybe Adalamin or Bob would know, I'd guess, since they're very in depth with lore and stuff like that. Have you guys ever seen that 6-pointed snowflake symbol before?
Have we, James?
Make a history check.
Jesus, history.
I should probably do a history check myself. I keep forgetting I actually have like good intellect to roll fast stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep asking the dum-dums what they think.
Yeah. -1 history.
This is why I'm asking the
Still
dum-dums.
rolls
I am
higher.
fucking clueless.
I'm gonna try.
is back again with a vengeance.
Hey.
Okay. So you've seen it before. You've seen sort of like flags within Bryn Shando in the center, like some like sort of like bunting with the 6-pointed snowflake on that. But you haven't actually, because when you first arrived into Bryn Shando, you went into the center of this town, this city, and saw that they were getting set up for something. You spoke to someone who said that they were preparing for the week's lottery. And they were putting up bits of bunting up and things like that. That did have the 6-pointed snowflake on there. But other than that, you're not really sure what it means.
Are there any guards nearby?
You're gonna hand them a cabbage. Is that what's going on?
I have cabbage.
Cabbage.
You're
Is that symbol like on show anywhere where I could point to it?
so from where you are now, you can't see it.
Okay.
But there would be guards on the east gate, which is here, which isn't too far. Or you could go to where they are on show, which is in the center.
Just ask the dwarf at the stables when we go get our axe beaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we should stick around. I think we should get back to Hayden with the kill and get our reward.
No, hear me out here. These axe beaks we've got, since we've done his job, do you reckon Hayden will let us keep them?
Surely
Because
he
if
has
not,
no need
shouldn't
for
we...
6 axe feet anymore.
Isn't it this livelihood? He kind of needs them to make a living. And he's definitely not going to make a living
What's he doing
being a
now without
chef.
them? How's he
Eating that
living now?
horrible stew, I'd imagine. Probably dead from food poisoning.
God, that horrible stew. Oh, poor thing.
Well, then I suppose we've done the axe beaks a favour.
Hey, yeah, true. They won't have to eat any of the stew either.
I'm flexible. I think both could keep these axe beacons to say the job took a little bit longer and head to find Garrett.
I
Or we
think
just head
that's
straight
probably a
back
good idea.
to Bremen.
Garrett's a million miles away, though, isn't he?
Takes us all the way to
It does take us quite a way away, but
It would take you on the axe beaks to get there. It would take you about 6 hours.
And on foot.
On foot, it would take you roughly 12 hours.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Oh, that's from Bryn Shander.
from Britain, yeah.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
Bremen, yeah.
It's
I'm easy
quicker
with either,
if
to be
you.
honest.
So you've been given a map of the place before. So of the actual- well, you've already got it up, haven't you? You've got a
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got the
we've got the
interactive map, yeah.
If one.
yeah. So from the interactive map, you could go up through the Dwarven Valley, straight up to Calvin's Cairn. It's a little more treacherous, but providing there's
More
no
direct route, isn't it?
disturbances, it would probably take you half the time. So I would say about 3 hours.
Oh,
That's tempting.
that
That's
is
really
tempting,
tempting.
right? That's a quarter of a day's job, that.
Yeah, I mean, but what's a little detour? He's not going to know that we spent any extra time, is he?
To
Well,
be
that's
fair,
true.
I don't think any of us are familiar with the local area. We would probably see this Dwarven Valley path and just think it would be totally fine. 'Cause we
Yeah,
have
to be fair.
no idea which way's safe or not. But, that
I
looks
mean,
like an
it
actual
just-
path. We'll totally take it.
Yeah, it just looks like a
Like when
direct
you,
route there.
When you go down a dodgy road, like a single lane road, when you have the sat nav on, you're none the wiser until it's too late.
That road's actually a canal.
Or it just doesn't exist anymore. Those ones are the fun ones.
Then we're
Can't
going
they
to the Dwarven Valley. So,
I think we'd end up going to the Dwarven Valley just because, yeah, like we don't we have a hand map that
Yeah. Well, what time of day is it at the moment?
also
At the
that
moment,
yeah.
Yeah, so at the moment, you're looking at about sort of, I would say, late afternoon, early evening, so about 5 p.m., 6 p.m. It is dark now. Twilight has ended, so it's not twilight at the moment. It is very dark.
Okay, we're gonna need a tavern.
Your guys'
Tavern
specialty?
would be good for a long rest anyway.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We probably should get a long rest in before we go. Before we go doing anything else.
Okay.
Is there audio
So-
bugging out? Or...
yeah, your
Sorry?
mic cut out, Alice.
Yeah, we can hear you through Doug, but not through your mic.
Move it closer to your mouth.
He's going to be here overnight for the lottery as well.
Oh. I'd rather not do that.
I'll let you guys make a decision what we're going to do. I'm guessing we're going to find a tavern or something because we can't really travel in darkness, I'd imagine. I'm just going to quickly grab my Tasha's book because I need to check something real quick.
I mean, if you don't want to be here for the lottery, the only thing I'd probably suggest is maybe Targos, because that took 30 minutes to get there?
We could camp.
Camp.
That's true. If we want to
Supplies.
face the cold, it would save some money. But I don't know that it's probably not that much of an issue. We can probably swindle our way into a free.
Would we be included in the lottery as we're not citizens?
Um,
We're just passing
no,
through.
I would say, because you've spoken to the stable master and you had quite an extensive conversation with him and he told you about the lottery, you know that you would not be included.
Okay.
I don't think we run the risk. And if we do, then we can just leave.
So what, is that you voting to stay or go, Doug? Sorry.
Stay.
Yeah, I'm good with staying.
If we're not going to be included in the lottery, then yeah, why not just stay and rest up and chill out, and then head down the dwarven path tomorrow.
You can make a
Yeah,
pretty,
sounds good.
pretty quite amount of pennies here. Get a decent tavern.
That's true. I mean, can we perform again?
I
Yeah,
have the
we
entertainer feature. I can find a way. I'm really good at
Yeah.
setting up gigs for us. That's the only reason why you guys let me
Exactly.
tag along.
We can give it a go, can't we?
I'm
It's
really
always
bad at the
worth
actual
giving it a
performance,
shot.
but I can always find us gigs. I'm like the your really bad manager kind of thing.
Yeah, you're like the manager with just.
You've got like the entertainer fleet, but
I think I'm helping by doing the pigeons and the little fireworks
Yeah.
thing, but that's just you guys just trying to keep me quiet.
Yeah, shall we go find a tavern then?
why not? Should we have a wander around, or do we know where a couple are, don't we?
So I would say, because there are some people about, you've noticed that they are sort of making their way towards the centre of town. Like anyone that's passed by, there's not that many people, but
Or the flow of traffic is
anyone that
all
you've
going the
seen.
same way.
Yeah, so you've noticed that because from where you are sort of on a bit of a crossroads, so you can see different people sort of going towards the same direction. Anyone that has passed by, and they're all heading towards the centre of town.
Okay. We'll head that way then, I guess.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna start heading that way. But as soon as I say let's head that way, then I head that.
Yeah, I'll
Heading in that
shrug
direction.
and follow on.
Okay. So, assuming you're all going towards the centre of town. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
you start making your way, sort of following the flow of traffic. About halfway between where you are and the town centre, the city centre, you hear a loud bell in the distance. It sounds like it is coming from the city centre, and it's chiming 3 times, and it stops, and then a few moments later, 3 times again, and it stops. And you can see people start to move a little bit quicker, almost as if it's summoning people. As you make your way through, you notice the closer you get, the busier it's getting. There's quite a lot of people here. You sort of looking around, you talking about well over 1,000 people stood in the centre. As you look, well, those of you are tall enough, so Goza and Doc and probably Johnny Flash as well, and Edriel. I think everyone else is little.
I'm tall.
So you can sort of see where you were before, that the big stage that they were building as you arrived has been complete, and standing on the stage is quite a young, attractive woman, and she's dressed in purple silks with long brown hair, and she's wearing like a coronet, like a little crown. It doesn't look like she's royalty. It just something that speaks great importance. And she begins to raise a hand and lower it as though to tell the crowds to be quiet. And you can hear sort of from the back, "Today we draw the lottery again. I'm sorry, but one more person must die." And you can also see she's pointing towards the pyre that's been built in the centre as well. It's like a long pole. We will be drawing your names.
Sorry, I was just saying that I'm looking around at like the rest of the group, kind of like a bit freaked out and taken aback, and I kind of just like head back over to Johnny Flash and kind of hide
Yeah.
behind everyone.
I'm fully concentrated. Morbid curiosity has taken over Johnny Flash.
Well, you can see also on the stage that either side are two sort of braziers that are lit and got quite big flames, and it's lighting pretty much the whole square. You can see a lot of worried-looking faces. A lot of people are biting the nails. Parents are sort of holding the children closer, and they obviously all look very concerned. She begins to rifle through a bag. Yeah, you could have just said that instead of typing it. I don't mind.
Sorry.
Because it's harder for me to read than listen. So yeah, just.
No, this is literally what it's bringing to my mind.
But it pretty much is, yeah.
You're describing this, and I'm
Don't
just
yell
thinking,
out.
I volunteer as tribute.
Yeah, don't volunteer. This is not one you want to volunteer
No,
for.
no, I'm not volunteering.
The people flock in the center. So everyone's sort of gathered around, and she pulls out a piece of parchment from this bag, and she pulls it out, and she shouts, "Gregory Dugan!" And people start looking around, and you can hear sort of people start chatting to each other, and it gets louder and things as people are looking around, and you can sort of see I'd say about 30 feet away from you. There's a man holding, like, with a young girl in his arms, and she's crying. You can see a woman next to him, and she's crying as well as he puts the little girl down and starts walking towards. He walks slowly with his head down, and he sort of steps up onto the stage, and you can see them, the woman and who you assume to be Gregory Dugan, who's sort of like a balding man. He's got sort of hair around the sides. He looks like about his early 50s, and he's dressed in quite basic rags. Doesn't look homeless or anything. He's just not very well dressed. And they start having a small conversation before two guards grab hold of him and tie him to the pyre. A few moments go by, and everything is silent. Nobody is speaking. And all of a sudden, almost out of nowhere, it engulfs in flames. All you can hear at this point is the screams of the man crying out to his family, shouting his daughter's name, his wife's name, and eventually it falls silent. It continues to burn, but people start moving away once the screams had stopped, and everyone starts sort of heading back to where they're supposed to go. The lady that was stood on the stage moves down as well, and she sort of gets ushered away, sort of past everyone, and she heads into a large building just to the south of the square, which is here. She heads into a door, protected by a few guards. And at this point, as it continues to burn, everybody's sort of getting on with their evening. What do you do?
Kind of just kind of stood there like transfixed by what's just happened, like mesmerized by the flames type thing.
I'm going to
Yeah, being shell shocked kind of thing.
Hmm.
So As you were all sort of standing there, you look to your left, and you notice there are three dwarves stood there as well, sort of looking quite shocked as well. They're sort of holding sort of hats or like leather helmets and sort of holding them to the chest with their heads bowed. One of them is a female. She looks quite old. She's probably about early 60s, mid 60s. She's got grey hair, and she's got a little bit of a mustache as well, like an old lady facial hair arrangement, little whiskers. Another one you see has his nose is missing, and he's also missing 3 fingers as he holds a pickaxe over his shoulder. And the other one has sort of like a ginger beard, and he's bald at the top, and they look generally quite upset. And one of them sort of turns to you to the group and says, "Aye, that's another one for the dust. Burnt to ashes just like the others. Real shame. But it must be done."
Must it though? I mean, we just came from Bremen where they just, gave up heat.
Before the sacrifices, we had quite a lot of blight. There was people dying of disease. There was people starving because we couldn't get any food. As soon as the sacrifices started, that was it. Things seemed to slowly go back to normal, apart from the weather. So, but we all have our different ways of doing it. We're not the only ones who sacrifice. Targos and East Haven also.
They also sacrifice people?
Are they? They do?
I'm liking
It's a shame,
Icewind Dale
though.
less and less.
I'm just gonna like kind of roll my eyes at this woman and just kind of walk off and like browse the surrounding area for any taverns and stuff, because I'm like, I can't be bothered with this.
Okay.
With what she's saying, and can't be bothered with everything that I've just witnessed as well, and she's talking about, and I'm just like, nah, I'm gonna go.
She just sort of says to the rest of you, "It's hard to stomach, I know, but I'm afraid we don't see any other way. Anyway, my name's Haruna. Nice to meet you. This here is Corux, and this is Storm." And she points to the one with no nose and fingers missing. And introduces that one as Corux, and the other one as Storm, the bald one with the red beard. Anyway, we're not here long. We've got to go back to the mountain and take back what was stolen from us.
Wait, something was stolen?
Aye. We're miners, you see. We were bringing some ingots back from the mountain, but a couple of yetis took us away. Scared us off, and essentially took one of our own. I'm guessing he's dead, but what do we do?
I mean, if I was you, I'd find a strapping young group of adventurers that you were willing to pay handsomely to get it back.
It's like
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
dollar signs on Adalamin and Johnny Flash's eyes.
She just sort of looks up at you and just sort of like chuckles a little bit and says, "Aye, look, We'll I'll tell you what, if you can bring our ingots back and maybe see if our colleague is alive. His name's Ubok.
Bark.
Ooh.
Ubok.
Bark.
Ooh. Oh.
Bark.
Is Bok immediately interested now, thinking it's a relative of
His
his that
name's
he's saving?
Ubok. This is genuinely in the book.
Is he related to Akbok by any chance?
Yeah,
Well,
that's my father's name. Was Akbark.
It's a Akbok.
Akbar.
General Akbok.
You guys are going to be so happy when you learn Bok's surname as well.
So Bok.
Wait, Bok has a surname?
Is
You
it
don't know
Bok?
that.
I don't know
Um,
much about that. Full stop. I'm scared of him.
So after a little bit of a conversation with these dwarves, she offers to pay you a gemstone each worth 100 gold pieces, and she sort of like shows you a bag full of like different colored gems, and she says, "Look, if you're wanting to go over to Caer Konig and climb the mountain and maybe get our ingots back, I'd be happy to pay you."
Are you travelling there now? Oh, sorry, can I ask them if they're travelling there now? By the sounds of it, that was their plan.
Well, if you're going, I think we'll get some long-needed rest. But if you come back with the ingots, I'll do you one better. You'll get a 10% discount at the
Discount. Ooh.
forge.
Who?
Ooh.
Make it
Out of character.
15 and it's a
Are
deal.
these guys working at the fort? They could be the blacksmiths of the town. Now, that could be quite lucrative, that.
Mm.
Especially a big town like Finchon.
Especially for Var and Gozo, if you guys ever want plate mail and stuff like that, that could be a hefty discount.
Might try to see if I've got any dagger-shaped holes in the back of my chainmail right now.
Yeah.
Well, made us know it's just melted, right?
What about that head wound that no one's brought up?
We
back
just
of your
ignore
head.
it. It's just weeping still, just
Yeah.
With this big
dabbing
habit.
it every now and again.
Froze
We're
over.
hoping that if you ignore it for long enough, it'll just go away.
I popped the healing words on him. He's fine.
All right, so
Alice is just feeding Barley, by the way. That's what she's AFK.
that's absolutely fine. Yeah, no worries.
It's very funny to watch.
So for
No.
so you've been asked to head over to Kelvin's Cairn, the mountain, which is actually where you are planning on going anyway,
Yeah.
to retrieve some ingots in exchange for some gems worth 100 gold each, and also a discount at the blacksmith.
Should probably ask them, what blacksmiths do they work for? What's the name of your business? Hannah. What was the name of the person? I can't even read my writing already. I've only written it like 10
Haruna.
minutes.
Haruna. So it's
Haruna.
Hruna.
And Korux, wasn't it?
Yeah, Korux is Korux.
Damn
and Storn is Storn.
So close.
Storn.
That's the worst one.
Sounds
I
like
literally wrote that
Torbjorn.
5 minutes ago, and then I immediately couldn't even read my own handwriting.
That's where I
Actually-
typed this. I can't read my writing.
So Storn steps forward and says, we aren't smiths, but we do work for the Black Iron Blades.
That's a pretty cool
Best
name.
forge in the Dale.
Oh, I know that name.
Mm.
Black Iron Blades.
Yeah.
I would say no, because
Okay.
anywhere that you raided was sort of like little, like smaller
hmm
dwarven outposts
Yeah.
rather than
Okay. No, that's
sort
fine.
of city dwellers. Okay, so he says, yeah, the Black Iron Blades, best forge in the city, actually best forge in the Dale, and that discount would probably be pretty good for you because these are expensive. You ever heard of Garn the Hammer?
Ooh, who's gone the hammer?
He's a smith. Makes the best blades around. You'd have to go to Waterdeep to get a blade as nice as that.
Isn't Waterdeep that place that's got that really famous lasagna?
Oh,
that
I've heard of that
story
lasagna.
Wasn't that Trollskull Manor, I believe it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, best lasagna we've
is
ever had.
amazing.
Oh, I've always wanted to go,
It
but
really
never
is.
had the chance when we were in. Well, we kind of had to leave Waterdeep at a rush, so it's one of those things you put
I
off, and
went.
then you
I
went.
managed to
Yeah.
go. Yeah, huh?
Why did you not bring me and Adlami? Wait, Adlami, did you go as well? Did you
Yeah,
two
of
go
course.
without me?
You were otherwise
fuck?
engaged that
Y- y-
evening.
You were busy in the library looking up
You
some
were busy that evening.
Icewind Dale thing, and we were just killing time waiting for you. So you just went to Trollskull Manor.
Remember this.
The
lasagna
dwarves
is
Dale
amazing.
scorn Johnny Flash.
the dwarves look at you and say, well, if you're gonna go, you'll find us at the Northlock. And they sort of start heading off. So they've headed off. That's right, yeah. Get rid of the A in Haruna. It's just Hruna.
Oh, okay.
So they've walked off to this building and gone in. Not that building, sorry. They've gone down this road.
Yeah, sorry, I was just AFK, just
AFK.
Ali said. Yeah, AFK as far as
I
I
think
know.
we accepted another quest.
Oh, okay, cool.
And it happens to
Any
be the
idea
exact
what
same
that...
place where Garrett is.
Oh, useful. Okay,
But Yetis.
great. Okay.
Fine, we've got our own two
Is
scarier than Yetis right here. We'll be fine.
James, quick question. I know in this world we know what a Yeti is. Does our characters know? Is it like common knowledge or?
I would say so. I mean,
Okay.
Yetis. When you've been traveling around as well, you've probably seen some sort of signage that says "Warning: Yetis."
That's fucking.
I
That's
guess
even
we
more
probably
terrifying.
heard about...
Yeah, actually, I feel
Warning:
like that's even
Yetis operate
scarier.
in this area. Keep valuable possessions on you at all times.
Yeah,
Mugged by a Yeti. Bok knows what a Yeti is. I've seen Yetis.
I'm going to say I've got no idea what a Yeti is, even though I've just signed us up for this quest to fight Yetis and get something back.
Neither do I. I'm going to play it off as Johnny has no idea either. He's a city boy. He has no idea what a Yeti is.
Yeah, we spent time in Waterdeep. That's they don't have Yetis there.
They have drunks and homeless people though. That we do know. And rat people.
Roscoe cameo.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's a peculiar were-rat sitting at the bar as you enter the tavern.
Does he have the
One
famous
shot.
accent?
Roscoe's adventures.
I can't take it. Please homebrew that.
Oh, it's
one
just
shot.
me playing as Roscoe, and everyone else just has to listen.
So it's like a game of mousetraps. It's everyone trying to capture Roscoe. like a fucking movie.
Gather around, children.
Anyway,
Right. Anyway,
tickled me.
um,
I mean,
I'm
this
tired.
iconic place is sounding more and more appealing. Do
All
we
that-
do we head over there first, or
I'm
tavern
very
first, or
tired.
do we?
I don't
Oh, we
know.
Yeah.
definitely want to find a tavern first, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely should find a tavern. We haven't healed up since the fight last time, have we?
No.
Okay,
Oh,
because
no.
I'm on 0 HP, so
I'll grab a small cloth again, and I'll just approach Varby like I just
Actually,
I'll
I
just
got
dab
my,
on his head again.
Did
It's
heal.
weeping a little bit.
I got my 4 temp hit points, so I'm technically on 4 HP. But yeah, I'd like to heal, please. So.
I'll also dab a bit of cloth on you as well.
Excellent, thank you.
Just the
Okay.
locals are giving us weird
Did we
looks.
know-
You look like homeless people.
Did we know those dwarfs are heading towards Caer Konig as well?
So they've told you that if you're gonna go, they're probably not going to, and that you'll find them at the North Look,
Oh, okay.
and they've headed off on the northern path. You can still
Oh.
see them.
Okay, well that's fine then. Yeah, no, I'm tired after all that fighting and watching people burn. I just want to sit down, have a meal and a kip.
Are there any local townspeople still nearby that we can flag down? Because I don't think we know where the taverns are.
Yeah, there's a few people.
I'll like push Adalamen towards like try and ask the locals where the taverns are.
Okay, I'm
You
just
see,
gonna go up to the first person I see.
Yeah, okay, it's an old man. Looks to be in his late 80s, sort of hunched over. Looks a bit like Herbert the pervert from
Nice.
Family Guy.
It'd be funny if it was Robbie again. Casually bump into him again.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go straight up to him and go, "Hello, sir. You look like a guy who knows how to have a good time. Where's the nearest tavern to here?"
Sort of looks around. Who said that?
Down here. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, friend. Oh, was that? I'm hard of hearing.
Do you know
in a
where
hurry.
the nearest tavern is?
The nearest bacon.
The
What?
nearest tavern.
Oh, tavern. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll be the North Look. It's right up by the North Gate. Who's head that way?
Okay. Is there
Follow the
any?
dwarfs then.
Yeah, I guess we'll go there. Thanks.
No problem. I hope you're not drinking, little boy. And he just sort of stumbles off.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say to him, "No, drugs are much
Adalamen,
more my speed."
Did that gent think you were a child?
Probably. Yeah.
How does that make you feel, Adalamen?
I don't care what that old guy thinks.
Damn it.
He's crazy.
Okay, so what are you doing? You're going up to the North Look Inn?
Yeah.
So that's the only tavern we know of. So yeah.
Okay. It takes you about 10-15 minutes to get there. Just a long walk up the North Road. And that's here, the North Look Inn. As you walk up this road, though, you do notice a sign at this building that said Black and Blades. You can see there's a forge on the outside, which is currently out. It's not currently lit. But you now know where that is. So you head up. You get to. It's quite a large inn, and you walk in, and it's quite busy at this time. There's quite a few people in there. It's got a stage on the left-hand side as you walk in, and also it's just full of tables, and there's quite a few people in there drinking.
I'm gonna say I'm just gonna nod at Dalaman and Johnny Flash, just nod at them and be like,
Rubbing my hands like
get in
like the greedy villain, plotting all the money we're gonna make.
So you've gone in. So what are you doing?
Johnny, I think it's your time to shine and
I
use
do.
your entertainery background to get us an opportunity to get up on that stage and earn some money and some free lodging.
I'll crack my knuckles and strut my strut towards the barkeep or whoever's behind the bar.
Okay. So behind the bar, you can see sort of a sort of middle-aged man. He's sort of bald, shaven face, and he's wearing sort of leather armor, and he's got a sword at his side, and he's sort of behind the bar. And just to make things go a little bit quicker, because I know that we started late, he introduces himself as Scramsax, which is SCRAMSAX. And he agrees if you can play some entertainment. There's no one on the stage at the moment. Then you will get free lodging for the whole group for the night.
Yep. And food.
Not food,
That's nice. Oh,
unfortunately, but free drinks.
Damn, I was gonna say. Get past this.
no breakfast. Okay, fine, cool. Can we just start
That didn't work.
entertaining like kind of straight away then in terms of speeding up the campaign type thing?
Okay, yeah, sorry, I forgot you had the entertainment
Yeah, I'm a little busted like
background.
that.
No, that's fine. Yeah, so you'll get a free breakfast anyway.
Oh, nice. Bok. I'll give him the thumbs up, like 2 thumbs up. Very scared, hoping to appease him, so he doesn't kill me in my sleep.
I don't know
Food
what the thumbs
sorted,
up
Bok.
means, so I'm just gonna look back at him with sort of a blank stare, like, okay, sure.
Food sorted, Bok. We have food sorted. Free food.
I'll sort of gesture back with a thumbs up, like a cautious, what the hell does this mean? Thumbs up back.
He's slowly warming to us. You keep getting him free food and he'll warm to us eventually.
It's like a cat. Keep feeding him. He'll come back. He'll just stay eventually.
That's the reason I'm here. From the get go. You guys fed me.
Getting Van goes are sticking around because we keep bumping into heretics so they can purge.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8, do you want to do a performance thing? Hopefully you roll high, we can try and like bargain for some tips or something.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna like start like playing my lute in the crowd and like start the performance there and then walk up and jump on the stage to like get everyone's attention from this music like coming from in the middle of it. And then I'm
Do
just
you
gonna
want me to
play
get their attention?
Yes.
Is there a closed door at the moment, James, somewhere?
All the doors are closed. So there's 2.
Just read the bottom line.
You cast a spell, a loud knock, or
300 feet.
300
That's,
feet?
Jesus Christ, that's a loud knock.
Okay.
Bam! Bam!
Walk outside, I'll be able to see where it came from.
So everyone's just sort of talking, and then you can hear this lute slowly start to play from the center of the room, and then all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. Everyone sort of looks around.
I'm gonna
Like,
like
Open up prestidigitation and just dim the lights, set the mood.
Ooh.
Okay, all the
Mood
torches on the
lighting.
wall.
We all just go. "Ooh."
Oh, you can change the
Yeah.
you can change the colors, can't you? I think as a you have the fire spell for that, right? Control flames.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Me or
Yeah.
I don't have control flames. I have produce
you
flame.
just-
Yeah.
Okay. You can have that hover above Adalamin. It's like a little like spotlight.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm still kind of hurting quite a bit, so I do want to kind of cut this.
Okay, that's fine.
I do just want to kind of go to bed relatively soon, to be honest.
Okay.
So I do kind of like my minimal. I put minimal effort
stuff.
into any kind of
James,
entertainment and chilling
Yeah.
out with people. I just ignore.
I'm assuming at this point, me, Doug, me, Doug, and Doug are probably all at a table just drinking or eating or something. Whilst
Yeah.
this is going on, can I just like look over slightly and cast this on Eve? I didn't mean to actually do the damage. Just the moonbeam spell.
Oh, you just
You
want
one-shot
for
me.
aesthetic.
It just like a pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius.
A quick wink, and Adelame's disintegrated.
Yeah.
Golden.
Quick
2d10 radio damage.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jesus.
if you're gonna cast that on him, it will do the damage if he fails the the
It
It does
Constitution
damage
save.
anyway. It's half on a save.
It's gonna hit him. It's just gonna burn him.
Never
Are you gonna
mind.
cast it?
No.
Oh, go on.
You casted it.
Well, why not? We're about to have a rest anyway, so you might as well.
Yeah, you'll
use the
sleep it
spell
off.
slot.
Odds on.
Yeah, what's my constitution save?
That's the price. That's the price of fame.
14.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, so you take 7 radiant damage.
Okay, I've got 6 temporary hit points. So I
Oh my
take
god, you're positively
So-
glowing.
Everyone
like
starts.
take
So
1 damage.
this is how this plays out. So slowly a loot starts to play, and the lights dim. You hear a loud knock on the door, and everyone's sort of looking around and start paying attention to Adelamin, who's finger picking his loot. And it looks like he's about to open his mouth to sing when this just big bright light just comes from above him and just. And he just sort of stands there for a second, falls back, and he's unconscious.
I'm gonna start clapping.
But as you do that, everyone else, the lights come back up, and everyone else is just sort of turns around and carries on drinking and eating, like as if nothing happened.
Wait, did that actually knock you out?
No, I took 1 damage from it because I'd already got 6 temporary hit points.
Oh, I thought you'd only had 6 temporary
No,
hit points.
I was at full
Ah, right.
health
No,
with
okay, then.
6 temporary
So
hit points.
yeah, you just look like burnt then, like you've got
Yeah.
like soot and stuff over your face, and
Hey, you're not a shapeshifter by any sorry.
Like just sizzling in the spotlight, like like wincing playing the lute.
and everyone else is sort of turned around now, and they've gone back to the drinking and eating, and you can see the innkeeper just sort of laugh and clap, and he sort of gets back to serving people. Okay, what are you doing?
Do we know what rooms we've got yet? Because if we do,
Yeah,
then I'm
you've
gonna head
been
up there
you've
and,
been given the
start
keys. Yeah, you've
relaxing.
got
Okay.
3 rooms, so
Mhm.
2 in each.
Yeah. Cool. I'll go. Yeah, I'll go up to one of them and just kind of claim a bed already. Even if we haven't
Okay.
decided who's staying with who, I'm just kind of claiming a bed and having a rest.
Okay, so you head up first, and
Mhm.
you know, I'm guessing you guys sit around for a little bit and have something to eat before you head up to bed, have a drink. You eventually manage to settle down for the night. Are you doing anything else, Max?
One thing I was going to ask, but I don't know if it's going to delay the long rest too long, is were there anyone that stood out in the crowd at all? Anyone that drew the attention?
The 3 dwarves that you met earlier in the city centre after the lottery, they seem to be quite loud and boisterous, and you can see the woman, the female dwarf, is smoking a huge pipe, a bit like Gandalf's pipe. Looks massive, a bit like how Gandalf's pipe would look in like Merry's hand. Like this
Jesus, okay.
huge thing. But other than that, no one really stands out. Everything looks fine. You do notice, though, there is a trophy of a knucklehead out on one of the walls.
Oh,
Um,
this one I might have heard about from when I was reading the reviews of the book. Is it that trout?
Oh,
It
okay.
could
I was
be.
going to say, did you say
Okay.
knucklehead trout? So I didn't hear
I'm
the
not going to do
second
anything
word.
with it then.
Okay, no worries. But you can see there's a plaque underneath it that says Almighty.
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 There must be a story behind that, Adelamin.
Yeah, I want to find out. I want to go over, like, if everybody else is going to bed and, like, chilling out, I'm, like, pretty, compared to everybody else, I'm in really good shape. I didn't take any damage or anything. So I want to go over to the dwarves that look like they're having a really good time, and I want to try and, like, integrate into their group so I can get pissed with them.
Okay, you're quite charismatic, easy enough to do. They're quite grateful for the fact that you've sort of agreed to help them out, and they have a drink with you.
Awesome. I just want to go to bed much later than everybody else from hanging out with the cool dwarves.
How much
Am I
later?
bunking with you as well? You're going to wake me up, aren't you?
I'd like however long they're staying up, I'm gonna just like try and push it a bit longer than that and try and convince them to keep drinking.
Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, that's all right. So you probably stay up an extra 2 or 3 hours, just enough still to give you a long rest. Okay, is everyone going to bed then? Everyone gone to bed?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have quite a comfortable night's sleep. It's quite a nice inn. You all have a long rest, so you can reset that on D&D Beyond.
Awesome.
So morning comes. You wake up at about 7 a.m. To the sound of, people coming back into the tavern for breakfast and things like that. Just to make things go a little bit quicker, because we are running out of time, a lot quicker than I thought we would. You go down, you have some breakfast and things. The dwarves that you met that night aren't there anymore. They've disappeared.
To be fair, James, just to say, like, I do kind of prefer the slightly quicker pace anyway. Like skipping the dialogue and stuff. Like, I don't mind that. I quite like it, especially because I think Edriel's character is quite impatient as well. So it helps.
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, you finish up breakfast and then the day's yours then. It's about 7 a.m.
Guess
We're
we.
going to head over to the Conic now then.
Okay, cool, Deb. Just so I know with slots and stuff. I
Okay,
think the
so
plan is we get the axe beaks and head to somewhere that we still haven't decided. I don't think.
Well, we're not heading to
We're
the
heading
Conic.
towards the valley.
Yeah,
we
we're going to
are
the
we
valley.
decided we're going
Yeah.
down the valley? Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a general consensus for sure.
Yeah.
Go, let's go.
okay, so is that the direction you're going to take? You're not going by the road. You're going to go through the Dwarven Valley up towards Kelvin's Cairn.
I think we should go through the valley.
I'm gonna like pretty sure that Herner, Crocs, and Storm would tell me not to go through there when we were getting pissed last night. But I was really pissed, so I'm like, yeah, they said go through the valley. That's like a shortcut. I just remember them talking about it and being like, "Oh, there's this dwarf valley that they were talking about. Yeah, we should go through there."
Okay, right. So
They
we
did.
kind of take your word as gospel as well, and we're like, yeah, let's go.
They did mention the Dwarven Valley, but yeah, you were far too drunk to know to like remember what they said exactly about the Dwarven Valley.
Yeah, it's just I just heard Dwarven Valley and I'm like, yeah, go with it.
Okay, so let's say you gather the axe beaks. Buckbeak is happy to see you, Buck.
Yay.
Chocobuck He's just sort of chilling. He doesn't really care yet. You collect the axe beaks and you sort of make your way off the beaten track towards the Dwarven Valley. At a normal pace, it's going to take you about 3 hours to get to Calvin's Cairn. If you do want to speed up, you can probably get shave an hour off. But
should be fine.
your axe beaks would gain a level of exhaustion. So
I think
it's up
because
to
it's
you.
quite early in the morning, we've only just started the day, then I think 3 hours should be fine.
Yeah, I don't think we're in much rush.
Okay. So
I mean, so Edriel is happy as long as we're kind of like on the move. She doesn't kind of like to. In this case, not in Waterdeep, sorry, in Icewind Dale, it's too cold, and she just wants to kind of be doing something all the time. Otherwise, she gets kind of itchy feet. Like
Alright.
settled, she's not settled in Icewind Dale. So
okay, so you mount your axe beaks and you head off towards the Dwarven Valley. You traveling for about an hour when you notice the snow starts to fall a little harder, and it's a wind is starting to pick up. After about 5 more minutes, you start getting caught into a blizzard, and your sight is now limited to 10 feet in front of you.
flashbacks to the first session then.
Yeah, the weather is quite it's quite bad at the minute. You can't really see much. So what's your marching order?
We rest up to find somewhere to like sort of weather the storm.
I know James meant like which who's first and who's
Oh,
last.
Well, you can do that if you want to wait the storm out. That's absolutely fine as well.
Oh, that's what you meant. Like, oh, what are you marching for?
Yeah, no.
Choice.
Well,
We
if
can either
so, it's up
bunker
to you.
up,
You can
or
either
we can carry on through the storm, basically.
you can carry on through the storm, or you can stop and rest until the storm passes.
I vote towards resting until it passes, but if it's too
I
late-
think we should keep going because there's no sign of this storm letting up.
Yeah, I agree with Bach on this
I
one.
agree with Buck because we know what the weather's like in Icewind Dale, and it could go on for days. This kind
We
of
Yeah.
don't know
storm.
how long we're going to be waiting,
Do we have
Yeah.
and
anyone
if it's
that's
even
good?
safe to wait in the storm.
No.
Do we have anyone that's good at leading the way, just in case we get lost or something? Then
I suppose I can.
It's got high perception.
I don't mind
High
being like,
perception.
I would be like second or
I've got high
third. I'm happy
perception as
to
well.
be.
I think it'll be like survival or something if we need to make checks.
I've got
It
high
will be
survival as
survival.
well.
Which I'll need everyone to make a survival check.
Oh,
I
fine.
don't mind being like, being like second or third because I'm quite high on those as well.
Okay, so Box in front. Who's next?
Me, Adriel.
Pushing through the storm.
Next.
I'd probably say Doug because he said he's got high perception.
I'll go next.
Okay. And behind Goza.
Do you want to go behind him and I'll head up the back?
Someone little
Yeah,
behind
sure.
me because I'll block the snow.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand behind Goza for that reason. I'm going
Okay.
to try and hide behind him because I'm a halfling.
Okay,
Put that alarm
who's
in the
next? Okay, Johnny Flash.
Head.
And Var at the back.
Yeah, I'll go at the back.
Okay, no worries. Okay, everyone make a survival check for me, please.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Welcome to the sub 10 crew.
Okay, Johnny Flash. As you are sort of trudging through the thick snow, as your axe beak sort of trudging through, you can see a body up in front of you. As you get closer, you realise that this is Adriel. This is not the marching order you started in.
Oh shit!
You turn around, you can't see Var.
Guys,
The rest
I've
of
got
you.
no one's going to be able to hear me
Bog.
because of the thing either.
Yeah, Bok, you don't know where Bok's gone. At the minute, it's just you two.
Is Adriel awake? Can I?
Adriel's
reading?
awake. Yeah, she's
I'm
she's
around.
not she's not died.
Okay. You just said I
Sleepwalking
found her
again.
body. I was like, what?
No. You see Adriel. You see Adriel up in front, like
Or like
about
a
7
shadow
feet in
type
front
Is
of
it,
you.
is it still
Yeah,
super
you can see the out.
stormy, super blizzardy at the moment, or
Yeah,
So you kind of
it's-
saw me through the storm.
It's quite foggy.
Yeah, I'll
And,
try and
you
come
know,
up as
it's
close as
quite
I can.
thick
I'm
snow.
like yelling at the top of my voice and trying to get her attention.
I kind of just hear like really quietly. I hear like really faintly, and I can kind of see him just as he can see me. So I head towards him. So I kind of back in the direction that we just came from, but I head towards him. Like, what's happened? You okay?
Everyone's gone.
Share the
Can we head
load.
back?
The blizzard's taken them.
Okay, the rest of you make perception checks for me, please.
Perception.
Oh god, my rolls. What the fuck?
Oh no.
Okay, so Adalamin, Var, and Bok, you three seem to be together at the moment. You don't know where Gozer is. You don't know where Edriel is. You don't know where you don't know where anyone else is other than you three. Up ahead, you see a light that looks like it's coming from torchlight. At the moment, you're sort of in the middle of like a sort of alley of thick trees. You are definitely not where you thought you were. What do you do?
We should move towards the light. That's where the rest of them will be.
Yeah, that's probably them up ahead. I'm gonna like sort of stand in a box like shadow, so I'm getting reduced snow smashing at me.
Either even. Just where the others are likely going to be.
Gozer, make a survival check, please.
Oh god,
Fucking hell.
another one.
Find him sitting there frozen,
A one.
like the shining.
He's
There
a
you go,
block of
17.
ice.
Okay. No, that's fine. You managed to catch up with Adriel and Johnny Flash.
And we're like, oh, you're okay.
Do you know where the others are?
Do you know? You don't know?
I've not seen anyone bar you two now.
Oh
We
shit! Are
just
they
kind of, I
lost?
just kind of look around like, nah, no idea.
Do we have a? I mean, can you make some fire? That might make it a bit easier to see.
I can use,
I have a
I can-
torch.
I can use produce flame. Like, what does that do? That kind of works on myself. A flickering flame appears in my hand. It doesn't really kind of help much though.
No.
You're able to
It-
even
it-
light
it-
the torch in this kind of weather.
My flame
Okay.
sheds light like in a 10-foot radius. So I could because it's only a cantrip.
Worth a shot, I suppose, isn't it?
Try and light my
Oh.
torch with it.
Yeah, that's a good shout, actually. Yeah.
My torch is 20 feet.
What do I do? Do I just click like hit DC or on
I think you
the
just cast
D&D
it.
Beyond?
You just cast it, you're not aiming at
It just
anyone.
goes off. Yeah.
I
You're not
don't-
attacking, right?
How
You
do I
just
do that though? As in,
You just do. You're doing
Say
it.
you're doing
Just
it and it's
say
done.
you're doing it. Yeah,
oh,
and it's
okay, yeah,
done.
I'm doing it then. Yeah. Okay. Didn't know if I needed to click something. Yeah, I'm gonna cast produce flame then.
Okay.
And
The
light
rest
my
of you
torch.
make perception
Oh, whoops.
checks.
Who's the rest of us?
So that would be Bot, Var, and Adalamin.
Oh, okay.
That's a bit better.
It'll be the scary bit when they see like the second light and the first light's not us.
Okay, Doc and Var, you see the torchlight getting closer and closer as you sort of pushing through. Alarming, your small stature makes it a little bit more difficult for you to see through the thick snow, but you can still see the outline of Bok, who sort of still towers over you, even though he's about 6 or 7 feet ahead of you. There's no change
I'm
to the
gonna
light.
pick him up so he doesn't fall
Okay.
behind. I'm
All
gonna
right.
pick him up by like the scruff and just carry
Nice.
him.
No worries. So you
Kinda
can
like
turn
sit on
around
your
and pick him
shoulder.
up,
Bugbear cub.
and you head towards it. All right. Var, Goza, Johnny Flash, and Adriel, make a perception check, please.
Just ignore Alice as she's gone AFK.
Oh,
Fuck me,
we
my
need it.
perception.
We need
God.
to
Guys,
click it.
you
Alright,
Click
guys
on
don't
the
see
screen.
anything.
Hang on, I've got over to a laptop. Where the hell's that thing? One screen. Perception.
You guys don't really see anything. It's hard to see, even with the flame that's just been produced. It's the thick fog. Just all the flames doing is illuminating the fog. It's not really doing
mean-
anything for you.
I can make us some emergency shelter. Would that be of interest?
You can do, but I'd like to find the others. Do you have anything where we could somehow locate the others or move this fog?
Nope.
No.
I'll just shoot some pigeons out. Let's just say I did not prep for Blizzard. Let's just say that. I don't think I had the means to prep for Blizzard. Right.
Okay. So, Bok, Var, and Adelarmin, you three, as you sort of head further up, closer to the torchlight, you notice you've sort of come out into a small opening in the woods. You can see 4 torches. To your left, you see 2 huts. To your right, you see what looks like just you can't really see much, but you can see a cart to your right with a cage on top of it. And you can also kind of see sort of something glimmering further up as well.
Does this cart with a cage on it look familiar? Much like the one that we arrived in.
Make a perception check.
I see
It's Santa
snow.
Claus's Sedge.
You can't tell. You are currently upside down, being carried by Bok, so it's quite difficult to make out anything around you.
Very good point.
I'm gonna move towards the light. You said those torches or torchlight?
Yeah, looks
I'm
like.
gonna move towards those, but I'm gonna be stealthy about it. I want to sneak up.
Okay. Roll a stealth check with advantage because of the snow.
Cool. Stealth button.
You are very stealthy.
Sweet.
As you as you move sort of closer, it's still quite difficult to see because of the fog. But as you move closer, you can see that the snow starts to thin out a little bit. You've been in the storm now for about, I would say, about 4 hours.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So you've been wandering
shit.
around for quite a long time. You lost each other about an hour into the storm, or it's from what you could tell. As the snow starts to thin a little bit, you can see what looks to be a table at the far north of the opening that you are. To your right, you can see a large cage, and it looks to be filled with bodies. On the cart, you can see a cage on top of that, and there is someone in there. You can't tell whether or not they're alive or dead. And to the left, you see 2 huts, but these are all illuminated by 4 torches, which illuminates the entire area. So the other 3, who are sort of in this temporary shelter, the storm starts to fade, making it easier for you to see. You can probably see now about 50 feet in front of you. There is a light fog still. What are you going to do?
Can we see them? Can we see anyone?
You can see there's trees on either side of you, but you can't see them.
Can I not track them? See if they've like not
Roll a survival check.
Wait, so that includes me, yeah? So have we seen them gone past or something? Or
You've not seen anything, but if you want to help Dudley, go ahead.
no, well, I'm just thinking, if I haven't seen anything, then I think we're all fine and nothing's happening. So I haven't even seen any flickers or anything. Then I would just stay where I am, right?
Well, you're inside this temporary shelter
Yeah.
that's been made. You can't see the others. It's just you 3.
I'm trying to track them.
Okay. Yeah, I'll help Dudley. How can I do that? Can I give him advantage somehow, or?
You can give him advantage. Do you want to roll with roll again, please?
Yeah, I'll help him out. Oh.
Yeah,
13.
13 will do it. I would have said the DC would have been 12, so that does it. Yeah, so you looking through the snow, it's hard to tell, but you can see like these big footprints made by something quite large. And you can see bits of hair and things that are stuck in the snow. Immediately, you recognize these to be box footprints.
Can I
And
see
they're
which
sort of-
way they're leading?
Yeah, they are heading. They're heading north.
Okay.
Okay, so before you go ahead,
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's a lot of bodies.
Okay. So, this is what you see as the storm starts to dissipate a little bit. What do you do?
The first thing I'm doing is sending some bardic inspiration to Bok for like picking me up and carrying me through that. I'm gonna like, as we since we were walking for like 4 hours, I gave my lute a little strum in that time and just played a little ditty for him while I was like
Politely
being
ask him to
held
put
like
you
a
down.
handbag.
I'm going to notice the bodies and just sort of tap myself on the belly to give myself this. I don't, is that
Okay.
right?
As an action, you go. So, who are you giving that to?
Myself. I'm going to
Yourself. Okay, yeah, okay. Rub yourself on the belly. That makes sense. It's fine. All
What
right.
does the bracket say, including possibly yourself?
Yeah.
That's weirdly vague.
Including possibly.
They had to clarify that, yeah, you can use it on yourself if you want. Some people
Can you
misread
use
it
it
in
on
the
yourself?
UA.
Possibly.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe.
You
possibly
really
yourself.
want?
Okay. So what are you doing?
Well, I wanted to stealth in and check it out.
Yep. So you're pretty stealthy.
Can I peek into one of these huts? This small hut.
Yeah, you look in there. Doesn't seem to be much in there. It's mostly empty. You can see a couple of chains, sort of in there, but there's nobody in there.
What about the big one?
The big one.
Are you still carrying me at this point?
Oh
Just
yeah,
like a
yeah,
little-
actually.
like a
You're
little
here, you're with me.
lunchbox.
I don't know what Var's doing, but you have no choice but to come with me because I was still carrying you.
Sweet.
I'm not going to try stealth with you because I know I'll make a lot of noise.
The big one. So the big hut. You can see there's sort of big, large double doors. They are closed at the moment, but you can hear. In fact, make a perception check.
Is there a window? Can
Not
Bok
that-
hold me up like a periscope to like peek into the window?
Not that you
Not
can
very
see.
perception check.
So you can see like faint flickers of light through the wood, but other than that, you can't see any windows and the doors are shut. You can't really hear anything because of the wind.
I knock.
Seeing how far ahead they are, I'm gonna sneak up to like the beginning of the valley bit. Say sneak, I'm not gonna stealth, I'm just literally gonna walk up to it slowly.
Should I knock? I really want to.
Yeah.
What would Bok do?
Alavin's
If
gonna be
Bok would
like,
knock, you would
"Dare ya."
knock, right?
Bok would knock.
Bok would
Go
not.
ahead and knock.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
We're gonna knock and run.
Okay. You knock, and then you hear like some clattering inside, and
I'm gonna put Adalaman behind me. He's under my cape with the fish.
Hearing the knock, I'm gonna take a few steps towards
okay. So you can hear footsteps now, like and like clattering, and you can hear like this grunting, and then the double doors burst open. And this large red sort of toad-looking creature with large claws
Hello.
comes bursting out.
Avon calling.
Okay, you three, you three roll initiative, please.
Oh shit.
God.
I love how you never even
Oh,
bothered
so
worrying
good.
about the fact that half the party's gone. You just
Too late
bolted
for you
into this
guys.
camp.
We thought we might have been in there. But
It's a very
too
Bok
late.
thing to do, though. I was half. Ooh, that's a
a nat
crit on
20.
initiative. Yeah. Shame was still a 19 though, and you can't crit initiative.
Okay, so
I'll just go with this idea like you were like Jehovah's Witness just knocking his door trying to hand out pamphlets.
So I couldn't find the letterbox to stick a takeaway leaflet through. So I handed to him.
okay, while I'm collecting initiative orders, can you make a another survival check with advantage, please, Goza?
Yeah.
This is James
Alright.
going shit. He's gonna lead the rest
Adelarmin,
of the
what was your
group.
initiative?
Like this creature opened the door.
It's just like,
not 23.
Hello.
yeah, whatever you're selling, I'm not buying.
I mean, even though
Side.
initiative's rolled, you could still try and communicate with it.
My perception check failed to notice the sign that said no cold calls.
Adelarmin,
Right
what
now.
was your initiative?
It was 23.
23, and Var?
19.
19.
Yeah, with a
I
nat
got-
20, it drops down to 19.
Oh, rip. Yeah, nat 20.
Okay, and Bok?
21.
21. And
Pretty good
the
initiative all around.
creature rolled a 4, so...
Yeah, hack him to pieces.
Adelarmin, what are you doing?
Okay. I would like to.
But you don't know if the creature's hostile yet, even though there's a massive pile of bodies in the cage over there.
Yeah, and he's got big claws as well.
I mean, Box has big arms. Does that make him a bad person?
I mean, body language wise, probably.
Yeah, quite approachable compared to this thing.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try and talk to him.
Okay, what are you going to say?
I'm
This will
gonna
use your
be-
action.
Okay. I'm gonna say, hello, sir. We're just looking for our friends. You haven't happened to see them? There's like a Leonin, there's an elf, there's a human in there. You know, I think they came around here sometime. I'm gonna be like overly casual about it in a nervous sort of way.
Okay, good to know. Next. Is that your end of your turn?
It just doesn't reply or do anything, no.
We'll see, because it's going
Just
to
have
be...
to hope it understands common.
The
Yeah.
whole round is 6 seconds, so this is going to be like sort of all simultaneous. So
Okay.
next up, Buck, what are you going to do?
Yeah, that's it for me.
I mean, does it look angry and
It looks angry.
like it's gonna attack? Can I tell?
It looks like it's going to attack.
Okay, I'm gonna hit it then.
Okay.
Buck knocks on his door, then immediately goes, hello, and proceeds to just put an axe into his
So
torso.
popping up the approachable. Just trying to sell Avon. Anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna attack it. So I'm gonna lightly toss Adalamin from under my cape. Presumably you got down actually. And then I'm gonna hit and miss. Probably. That's
That
10.
does miss.
Cool.
So you
got them.
sort of fumble a little bit, sort of trying to get rid of Adalhamin, who's still sort of struggling in your arms while he's talking to this beast.
I'll just like pop out of your cloak, like
And you
hello,
just sort
and
of-
you just like fuck off.
You sort of drop him on the floor and then take a swing at him, but it sort of sees you coming and it sort of
Yeah.
grabs hold of your axe and pushes it away. The knock seemed to give it the upper hand, unfortunately. Okay, next North.
I am going to see that the fight's starting out. I'm going to cast Sleep on it.
Okay,
Risky. I like it. I
Nice.
like it.
go
Either
on.
it'll be glorious or awful.
Okay, so
5d8.
Oh, 5d8.
roll 5d8.
Right, bro.
Does it have higher
Is
or
it within
lower than
20
29 HP?
It is within 20 feet. It shakes it off.
Oh, that's more than 29 HP.
I'm going to follow that up then with moving closer to the guy.
Okay. Does that end your turn?
And it's my turn.
Okay, it's that turn. So it's actually going to take a swing at you, Buck, because you're the closest to it. And it's going to make 3 attacks. First one is a 16.
Hits.
Okay. And that's going to be 2d4. Where's my d4? There it is. That's 2, 6 plus 3. That's 9 damage. That's 9 piercing damage. Next hit is going to be 21.
Hits.
Okay. The next one is going to be a natural 1, so that's not going to hit.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it does.
Wait, did it have 3 attacks? Uh-oh.
Lord help us.
So that's going to be 5 piercing damage.
Yep.
As it grabs you, so at first it goes to bite you and it manages to catch your shoulder. At the same time, you feel one of its claws dig into the back of your ear, but then it pulls out
To the back of your ear.
and pushes you
Ooh,
away.
That's putting holes in people's
That
ears.
gets to me.
I don't like the sound of this.
Okay. All right. So Goza and the rest of you manage to and catch up. So you guys are going to be at the bottom. You don't know that this is happening yet.
Right, so us, like the rest of us, you mean?
Yeah, you're just following tracks at the moment.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. So let's assume that you've moved up
Mhm.
and you can see this big hulking red creature. And
Yeah, I
you've
was
just
just
seen what it's
confused by
done.
what you meant.
Yeah, it's
The
just that you've
fuck
caught up
is
now.
that?
Yeah, cool.
Can
Oh,
you
what the
guys
fuck is that?
add to the initiative roll, please? So make a roll for initiative. Okay, so
Typical Alice
Goza,
roll for
what was your
initiative.
roll?
11.
And Johnny Flash,
21.
nice, and Adriel.
5.
Okay. Well, the beast is still last, so that's pretty good going.
Oh my god.
Adalamin, it's your turn.
Okay, seeing this, I'm gonna let out a war cry and go ah and run away from it
War
as
cry,
far as my
cry.
moving.
Just hope it doesn't have a 10-foot range in its melee.
Yeah. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can get to like here. I'm also going to turn around and I'm going to cast enlarge/reduce on Bok.
Oh,
And I'm going to make him twice the size. I'm going to be like,
It's
I'm going to be like,
gonna be a it's gonna be a
I'm gonna be like-
kaiju fight. It's literally gonna be
Yeah,
Pacific
I'm
Rim
gonna be like-
versus giant red thing.
Bok, it's time to get big. I'm going to cast.
Screw the DMs. Yeah, I'm getting Pacific Rim music on.
Yeah, I'm casting enlarge/reduce, but the enlarge part of that on
Yeah.
Bok, so he doubles in size.
And I'm assuming
yeah,
he gets
I'm
double.
large creature now.
Yeah,
Okay, so
he gets
the target size
advantage.
doubled.
Yeah, he gets
Additional
advantage on
1d6.
strength. Yeah, advantage on strength checks, and you get 1d4 extra damage with each hit.
Nice, perfect. Okay, is that end your turn?
That ends my turn. Yeah.
Okay, next turn, Bok.
I'm gonna rage.
You need to make your token the
Okay.
right size, by the way. You need to rescale that token.
Yeah, enlarge me.
You need
I'll
a 4x4
enlarge
now.
Big boy.
No.
So you're about the same size as the creature.
Rage, and because I am a wild magic barbarian, I get to roll a d8 to determine how I rage.
Mhm.
Let me just pull up my wild surge and then a d8. 3. So 3 on a wild surge gives me an intangible spirit, which looks. Can I link this in? How do I link this in? Is it that? That's just rolled. Ignore that. I pressed the wrong bit. It's up here. That's what I wanted. One number 3.
Okay.
An intangible spirit, which looks like a fluff or a pixie. It's going to be a pixie. Appears with 5 feet of one creature of your choice and see within 30 feet of you. At the end of the current turn, the spirit explodes. Each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dex saving throw or take 1d6 force damage. Until your rage ends, you can use this effect against summoning another spirit on each turn.
You
as a
summon
bonus
mines,
action.
basically.
Yeah.
This is the intangible one, yeah?
Explodable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
intangible. Okay.
So as I rage, this glitter and poofs of pixie dust just emanate from me, and in front of me, near this huge pixie,
Jesus.
this pixie spawns closer to the creature. So move it over 2 squares to the left.
You can
Who's
control
that?
it now.
Oh sweet. Yeah, it spawns there, and I'm gonna fucking howl and hoot, and I'm gonna take a swing with my great axe.
Just
Okay.
a heads up there, Doug. If the pixie stays there, you're gonna get hit in the explosion as well.
It's fine. I can make a dex saving throw.
Yeah, you can for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a swing with my axe. I can use bardic inspiration on hits, can't I?
You can, yeah. If it didn't hit, I was going to be like, bardic inspiration, boy.
Damn it, that's fucked. Hang on. Wait, bardic inspiration gives me what? An
Roll a
extra
d6.
1d6.
Yeah.
3d6, yeah.
All right. Plus 4, so 13.
Does not hit.
Fuck!
Jeez.
Shit,
Alright,
if we have lateral armor then.
I
Uh
should have made it a reckless attack. No, I wouldn't have made
It's
it.
you've already used your bonus action to rage,
Yeah,
haven't you?
that's true. Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, it's
I'm done.
doesn't hit. Okay. So poof of pixie dust. Does that still explode?
Explodes at the end of the turn, so altogether, I think.
Is it the end of your turn?
End of your
Or-
turn.
the
Yeah,
current
not the
turn.
end of
The end
the
of the current turn.
Yeah,
so
it's,
it's at the end
of your
it's they worded like that just in case you wanted to hold your action.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So 1d6 force damage.
Because I had to
the
read up
dex-
as well because I didn't understand it.
Hang on. Let me just get the dex saving throw for you. Dex saving throw is 8 plus 2, 10. 10 DC.
It's a natural 19.
Oh my god.
This is like the reverse of last
Hey.
week's.
I just got blown up by my own thing, which is
Much
then another
damage do you take?
D6. 5. So I
Okay.
take 5 points of explosion.
Does
from
the
Pixie.
creature
Pixie is
take?
gone now.
But yeah, it's going to spawn another one on his next turn.
Yeah, I
so
could
keep the
spawn
token
one as a
nearby.
bonus action.
Okay. Next turn. Is that your end of your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Johnny Flash.
Seeing a huge bulk, Johnny Flash is even more terrifying than normal. Because as far as he's aware, this is just something Buck can do. So I'm going to hide behind the trees.
Is that it? All you're doing?
That's all I'm going to do.
Okay.
Unless someone
Next
tells me
turn.
otherwise. I'm just going to hide behind some
Vaha?
trees.
I am going to get into melee range and just attack him with my hammer.
Go ahead.
So,
It's not hit.
No, that was a fucking 8. That's awful. And then
It
with
goes wide.
my bonus action, I am going to cast a. Can I do second level bonus action or just first? On healing word. I think it's just first level, isn't it?
You can do anything as long as you don't cast 2 spells that use a level in the same turn.
I'm going to do bonus action. I can do anything, you say?
Basically, you can't cast a first level as your standard action and a second level as a bonus. But if you just did a regular attack, you can do a first, second, third, whatever you want as a bonus, as long as it's got the casting speed of bonus.
I'm going to do a second level healing word onto Bok.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
8 damage, 8 heal.
Lovely.
Okay. Goza, your turn.
I'm going to move in. It's about if I move from here to here. What you press to move, and it tells you your movement.
Hold down
If
right
I can,
click
then
when you
hold
hold
down
when
right
you've
click.
already held down left click on the token.
Oh, it makes me fucking camera go everywhere.
Yeah, it does. It's kind of weird to get used to.
Oh, wait, do what? Sorry?
Yeah, it does make your camera go weird,
Pick
doesn't
your
it?
character and then hold right.
Yeah, I can't fucking do it because it makes me screen go all funny.
Yeah,
From
it does
me
bring.
to W.
Well, I can't really do that on my
Yeah.
with
It's alright,
my
each square is
laptop
5.
pad.
Well, that's 25.
Yeah.
From, that's 25 feet to there.
Yeah.
So it's 5 feet per square. And I can
Yeah,
move
you're within
35.
melee.
With my laptop pad, it doesn't really work. I can't hold down both.
I want to. I'm just gonna draw my sword and swipe at the frog monster.
Okay.
That's me.
Roll
action.
attack.
19. With that, I want to use Divine Smite as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll. That's the damage of the normal attack, and then. Oh shit, I don't know what it was I was rolling. Spare once, but 2d8. 15 radiant damage to it.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
6 normal
Yeah.
damage and 15 radiant.
Holy shit.
That is going to be, yeah.
You have to admit, Gozo has fucking been immense in every combat he's been in so far. Just pumps
Yeah.
fucking damage every single
Okay.
round.
Gozo is fierce.
You're going to notice goes all stood right beside me and I'm going to turn to him and go, "Nice to see you, laddie."
The hell have you been? Why is that guy really big?
Azalamin's just laughing maniacally in the background, because of the giant bok.
If you made him bigger and he was holding you, does that not make you bigger?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Or does
No.
Box clothes stay really small and he's really big, so he just hulks out?
Like
I
the
ripped out
hilt.
my clothes.
It-
No, apparently my weapon and everything grows with me.
Yeah.
I don't think Adalaman grows with me because he's a separate creature.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
For my bonus action as well, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Bok.
Oh, everyone's looking
Going
after me.
again.
This
Oh,
is
so
like a
Olivia.
we just all
Okay.
want to see a kaiju
Look,
fight,
kaiju.
don't we?
Again, the
plus
positions
two.
back up together.
Gives you +2 to your AC for the
Oh,
duration.
sweet. Oh, that's so useful.
Nice. Okay.
Thank you.
I would feel like
so-
what we should do now is just wait until Kong versus Godzilla comes out and just watch that instead of doing this fight.
That is this fight.
Yeah.
It's a lizard and a gorilla, man.
Spoilers already.
This is actually
Adriel,
what
it's your turn.
I'm going to cast second level flaming sphere.
Okay.
So this hasn't been. I haven't used this before in this campaign. So do you want me to like send it to you or something?
It's fine. Just tell me what it does.
So basically, any range is 60 feet. Any creature within 5 foot diameter of the sphere must make a Dex saving throw, and if it doesn't win, then it takes 2d6.
So that's going to
If
hit
it-
everyone.
If it does win, then it takes 1d6. But I'm within 60 feet of that thing, so if I go
And then-
1, 2,
Yeah.
3,
Just bear in mind,
4,
all of them are within 5 feet of it as well.
10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, I'm kind of I can get it on the other side of it though. Like, I don't know how
They're
to.
still within
ping
5
it.
feet of it, so if it hits it.
Here, if I go here.
Oh, right, yeah, there. Okay.
So that's within 60 feet of me. But if I go here, then it won't hit anyone else.
Are you trying to burn his house down?
Basically, yeah.
Knock on his door,
poor
open it
guy.
off. And...
Pretty
Poor
much,
guy.
yeah.
I feel
That's
bad
what I'm
now.
trying to do.
I'll say you can probably get it on the roof
I think it'll hit.
because here it's quite big, and you've also got Goza who's like 8 feet tall who stood in front of it as well. So
Yeah.
I'll say you can probably get it here on the roof, and it won't hit anyone
I think,
else.
I think I'm 7 foot.
No, 7 foot. You're still
Let me just
pretty
read the
big.
thing again. Within
I
5
can't remember.
feet.
I
So
think you were 7 foot something.
yeah, so if I
Or
went
7.
here, then would it kind of scorch?
7 feet.
Would it kind of scorch the monster on the roof, but not anyone else, or?
you'll be able to throw it here because the monster's too big, and that spot isn't within your line of sight. But if you want to throw
Right.
it up here onto the
What?
roof,
I could always move forward because I've got movement first.
you would end up
Um,
having. You'd have to move up here, so you can see
Where, sorry?
up here.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So if I moved here, that's 35 feet.
Yeah, you'd be able to throw it there. Yeah.
I'll do that
Didn't I?
then. I'll do that then, yeah. And
Okay.
so it needs to make a Dex saving throw.
Okay. And what's the DC?
1 second, I think it's 13. Yes, 13.
That is a natural 6 plus 7, so it fails.
So it takes 2d6. Was
Wait,
that
did you say
right?
plus
Yeah.
7?
Okay, so
Yeah, so it takes 9 fire damage.
no, it rolled a 6 plus 1, so total 7.
Oh, okay. I got very
Yeah,
worried.
so
damage.
I
that's
thought you put really, something
obviously-
really scary in front of us again.
obviously lower than
Plus 7. Shit.
I didn't want to get
Okay.
Barley out because he's a bit hurt right now. Yeah, he's not as good as Flaming Spear at second level, so.
Okay, next it's the creature's turn. As it sort of like starts moving forward, after it's just sort of taken a big blast from this this spear made of flame that's just sort of gone behind it, you can sort of see it's almost like cartoonish as it sort of his eyes gets wide and it turns around and it blows up. You can see it start to shake it off, and then the scales on it start to move a little bit, and it's going to heal 10 damage.
Shit.
That thing with regen. Uh-oh.
Okay, and that's its turn. Looking at the big giant bark and a little bit sort of taken back by it, it's going to take another 3 attacks at you, Bok.
Okay.
Sorry, quick question, because I know it works
Yep.
with certain trolls. Alice did fire damage to it. Can it still regenerate?
It's
taking fire damage?
yeah, it's a different kind of
Oh.
different
Might be
kind
like
of
troll-like
regeneration.
hit regen or something.
I have genuinely no idea what creature this is.
Yeah, I don't know what this is, and that says something.
So that's it's going to be a natural 5 plus 7. I don't think this is going to hit you. Your AC's 16, isn't it now? So that's plus 5. Yeah, that does not hit. That's 11. Next is going to be a. So that's a claw attack. That's going to be a 20 to hit,
That hits.
and that is going to be a 13 to hit.
It doesn't hit.
Does not hit. Okay, so that's good. So that is going to be. Where's my D8? That's going to be 5 piercing damage as it sort of takes a swipe at you with its claw. And that's the end of its turn. Actually, it's going to move over here. You will get an opportunity attack on it as well.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yes, it's going to run out fire, isn't it?
Do we all get
Identical
opportunity?
thing.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Me,
Anyone has a
you,
reaction.
and Gozo should all
Yeah.
get attack opportunity.
Yeah, okay. Roll attack.
Why did it move? I missed that.
Just start moving.
Oh,
I don't hit again.
Does not hit. That one
22.
hits.
Fucking hell, well,
Gozo's a monster. He's such a
8
badass.
damage.
8 damage, yeah.
I think more damage one-handed than you do.
I haven't hit anything. I think
Oh,
the
yeah.
size has threw me off.
Yeah, you're just like, whoa, you're suddenly like really
Can't
big and clumsy.
figure it
like,
out.
whoa.
Okay, that's the end of its turn. So, top of the round is going to be Adelamin.
Okay, I'm going to step back this way to here. I'm going to. I think I'm just going to vicious mockery this guy.
Okay.
I'm just going to be like, "Hey, frogman," and I'm just going to stick my finger up at him and be like, "Fuck you," and give him a vicious mockery. It's a DC 13 Wisdom save.
Okay, I've actually done it wrong. It's got advantage on all magical saving throws. So,
Oh shit!
that is a 15, natural 15.
No.
I forgot to mention that. I
that's
actually forgot
scary.
all about it. Okay,
Yeah,
is
that's
that the end of
my
your turn?
Yeah.
Bok?
I'm gonna move forward.
Yep.
Into, no, in fact, no, I'm not. I've got 10-foot range on it. No, fuck it, I've got it. Then I'm gonna spawn a pixie over here on this square
Okay,
as a bonus action. And then I'm gonna take a mad swing at it with my axe and hope I actually hit it this time.
okay, you're still raging, so that just hits. Oh no,
Good.
sorry. Was that
Oh.
7? No.
14.
14 hits. Yeah. Sorry.
So then I get 1d12 plus 3 plus 2 plus 5, and then I get to roll an additional 1d4.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's not very good. So that's 10 plus 11 points of damage.
Okay, 11 points of damage. Okay, so as you sort of as it moves away and sort of Goza manages to get a swipe in, you other two just slightly missing. It moves slightly to the north, and Bok, you immediately turn around and walk towards it. Moves slowly and sluggishly, and its long claws are sort of scraping along the snow. Pixie bursts from one side of it, and you take a swing with your axe, and you manage to clip it right in its side. And it sort of reels in pain, like makes a weird screeching noise. And your Pixie needs to make a saving throw, doesn't it?
No, he makes a saving throw against the pixie.
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah. What was it, 14?
Yeah. No, it's 10. It's not 14.
10? Okay.
Yeah.
That's a natural 1 and an 8. So what's it? Was it Constitution?
Yeah. No, it's a dex saving throw.
Dex. Oh, okay, yeah, that hits.
It's just 1d6 damage.
Yeah.
2 explosive
damage,
damage. I don't know what damage type is. I'll have to double check.
Glitter.
This one's like that wild surge just seems like it's a really good.
Force
So it's like a
damage.
big AOE fight.
Force damage, no worries. There we go. Okay. Next up, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Johnny Flash?
Seeing the situation and understanding a little bit more what's going on, I'm going to cast Magic Missile on the giant red thing that's not Bok.
Okay.
Adriana's just like, whoop whoop!
So it'll be first level, so...
Nice. Extra dart, is it?
Just a regular cast. I don't know why I didn't roll though. First dart. Get 3
Yep.
total, so the other 2 darts are... I'll keep them as force damage.
Okay, so... Force damage. Okay. No worries. That's okay, so it takes the full damage, that's 10. Okay,
That's
so
me.
3 magic missiles. And it sort of pushes it back a little bit. Okay, next up, Var.
I am going to do hold the dead.
Okay.
Stay my distance. And just, fucking 2. Okay.
Okay, so it needs to make a wisdom saving throw, doesn't it?
You got advantage on it, don't you?
Do. That is a natural 1 and a natural 6.
Oh, nice.
Damage.
So it takes 2 damage. What sort of damage is it?
Necrotic.
Necrotic. Yeah, it takes the full damage. Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
And my turn.
Rosa, your turn.
I'm gonna just move over next to Giant Bok
Mhm.
and take a swipe with my sword.
Okay. Go ahead, roll damage. That hits.
Also, 8 damage.
Okay. So as you sort of walk up towards Bok and you sort of look up at him for the first time, looking up at anyone, you look back and take your sword and you manage to hit it right in the wound where Bok left, and it starts. It's looking a little hurt, not too hurt, but it's starting to look a little bit worse for wear. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay, Andrea, your turn.
I'm going to use produce flame. So I'll attack with the flame. It hits within 30 feet of me. So yeah, I'll just chuck the flame at him.
Okay. Is it just
Oh, bollocks.
Yeah, that doesn't hit, unfortunately.
Nope.
Natural 1. You see the ball of flame just goes completely wide, just over here. Amazed by box size, you just completely just lob it in the opposite direction. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Next up is the creature, who's going to heal another 10 damage. And it's going to take a swing at you now, Gozer, since you were the last one to hit it. It's going to take 3 attacks. First one's its bite. That would be a natural 1.
Not hit.
Next is a natural 20.
That hits.
I'm gonna cut in words that, which means I can use my bardic inspiration to reduce. Yeah, I'm gonna reduce his dice roll by 1d6.
Okay. Let's have a look at that. Does that require a?
Do you want me to send it here?
A reaction, I think.
Yeah, it's my
Is it
reaction.
a reaction? Okay, reaction's fine. You haven't used a reaction. Okay, so that brings that down to.
Let's have a look. 1d6. Is it gonna roll?
Doesn't
It's
work
taking
if
its
it can
time to come through. It's a 2.
So that's going to bring that down to 23. Does that? I don't know if that stops the crit.
I don't know. Quick Google search.
Yeah.
Does cutting words stop a crit? No, it does not.
Okay.
Yikes.
Next attack. So that's going to be 1d8. So that's 5 plus 5 plus 3. So that's 13 damage. And the next one is going to be 11 plus 5. So that's 16.
What was that to hit?
To hit, yeah.
That doesn't hit me.
Okay, so
I've
it
lost
turns.
13 HP.
That's a 13 piercing damage, yeah.
Okay.
So it turns around to you after you've hit it with its sword, and it just grabs you by the neck, digging its nail right into the back of your ear, and you can feel almost as if it's injecting something into you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh god.
That fails. You have now been infected with a slad tadpole.
Ew.
Or a slad egg.
What?
Fucking what?
It actually happened.
Safe overall there. Sorry.
Well, someone was already infected. Right, so next up is going to be top of the round, Adelan. Rich.
Okay, I am going to... Is it possible... Oh, I don't think that will be. I was going to say, is it possible to hold a healing word on the condition that somebody goes down, but I feel like that's pushing it a bit, isn't it?
No, you can do that. It's fine.
Can you do healing word as a bonus action?
I'm pretty
is
sure
a
you
bonus
can,
action.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I
There
think,
is option, but I don't know if that's just cleric or not.
yeah,
I think
could
it
just do it
just
as a
is
bonus.
specifically a bonus action.
Yeah, specifically bonus action, yeah.
I'll allow that, yeah. If you want to hold
Okay.
that, and
Yeah, I wanna hold a healing word, just on the off chance, like that somebody goes down. If I've got to specify someone, it's Gozo.
yeah, I would say specify someone. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so it goes down. That's fine. All right, is that the end of your turn?
That
Or do you
is
wanna
the end
use
of
your
my
action?
turn. No, I'm gonna throw a snowball at it, and try and draw its attention, be like, over here, you big ugly fuck.
Roll attack.
Roll an attack, oh god.
Yeah, roll attack. Add your strength modifier to it.
Oh, that's like nothing. I'll roll a d20. So 10 minus 1, 9.
That just hits Gozer at the back of the head. Okay. Next up, Bok.
I'm going to summon another pixie in the same location as before.
Okay.
And I'm going to take another swing with the Grey Axe.
Go ahead. Does not hit, unfortunately.
That's me.
Okay, so it unfortunately goes wide. It's going to make a... That's a natural 16. So unfortunately the pixie does not.
What's the difference between a natural roll and the modded roll? Is there a specific reason?
What's the...
Well, you mentioned that it's a natural result or a normal result.
I think
It's
it's
to hide his modifiers.
Excuse me while you keep saying it.
I mean, I'm not going to hide its modifiers. What's the...
No, I was just wondering if there was a difference, if there was a specific reason why you were bringing it up.
Like, say you rolled a 16. Why are you mentioning it's a natural 16?
Oh, because if it's a natural 16, then it without the modifiers, it's automatically a fail. If that makes sense.
Why is it a fail?
What was it? Was it
Okay,
14?
10.
It was 10, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's rolled a 16, so it's an automatic fail. So it doesn't go off.
Isn't it?
Yeah, but even if it was a modded 16, it still wouldn't go off.
Oh yeah, I'm basically just talking to myself.
Right. That's
He's
what I
doing
was
maths
asking.
out loud.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
there was a difference.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No,
Okay.
no. There's no difference. Yeah, I'm just I'm saying it to myself because a natural 16 automatically fails anyway. So,
Right. Okay.
and then it also lets you guys know that it's not succeeded.
Right.
Okay, next, Johnny Flash.
My go, wasn't it?
Oh,
Johnny Flash Bunny, sorry. Yeah. Right, so.
alright, okay, fine. Oh, I can't get good angle because this monster's moved in that position. Okay, I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna go over here. Gonna emerge from hiding. And I'm going to... Again... Magic Missile, I think, as first level.
Okay.
All can be forced again. 11 points
Okay.
total force.
Yeah, no problem. So, all right, another 3 missiles come at it, hit it in the chest, and explode. And it sort of moves back a little bit from the force. Next up, or is that the end of your turn? Sorry.
That is everything I could do, yeah.
Okay, Var.
I'll summon
Your
a quill. That's all. The only thing I can do in bonus action.
Okay, fair enough. Var.
I am going to do a guiding bolt.
Okay, you'd have to move slightly so you can actually see it because at the minute
I'll
a
move
giant
to this
block
block.
is obscuring
And,
vision. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that hits. So that's 18 radiant damage.
Get that cast it at second level, so I meant to cast it at what? First level.
First level. Okay,
Yeah,
you'll
so-
have to. Yeah,
first
just roll the
is-
hit again.
Do the cast and pull that damage.
11 damage, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so. Okay, so it's.
Next
So it's
person
turn-
to melee attack bonus. Gets advantage.
Okay, it's looking hurt now. You can see that it's starting to bleed in certain places where like the missiles have come through. It's got a huge gash in its side, and it's sort of limping, sort of leaning to one side and holding onto itself, sort of trying to hold itself together. Next, Goza.
There's nothing else I can do really. I'm just gonna do a normal longsword attack again.
Okay, roll damage.
Monster. 13.
Does not hit, unfortunately.
Which roll again.
That's my turn then, I don't know.
Good, roll again.
But you've got advantage.
Have I?
Oh yeah, you've got advantage, yeah.
Guiding bolt. Yep.
Yeah,
Oh
next
yeah,
attack
okay.
is.
Sorry.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Yeah, as you bring your sword up after the 3 missiles burst into its chest, and you can see an opportunity to hit it. Swing your sword again, aiming for that same spot, but it just sort of staggers back, and you just sort of scrape the side of its scales, dealing no damage. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, Adriel.
Gonna use Piggy's Flame again.
Okay, go ahead.
There we go.
That hits, and
Okay.
damage.
Not be very much, but 4.
Okay. You
It's
produce
something.
flame. So you
Yeah.
produce a big ball of flame in the sky, and you throw it at, and it just sort of misses Gozor's head and hits the beast in the face, and it takes 2 fire damage.
Why doesn't it take 4?
It's resistant to fire.
Oh, because it's red.
Yep, thanks for letting me know.
Ah.
Shit, this is Adriel's like worst nightmare situation.
Yeah.
run up and hit
Okay.
her with a
Finally
stick.
coming to terms with her fire magic, and
Is that your turn?
yeah, it's my turn done. Yeah.
Okay, it's the big monster's turn, and it's going to heal another 10. Okay, this time it's sort of looking at both of you, both Bok and Goza, and it's going to make one. It's going to try and bite you, Bok, and at the same time it's going to try and slash Goza. So that is going to be a 15 to hit.
Oh, James, I'm
Bok.
sorry,
That
James.
hits.
No, it doesn't.
James.
You've got 16 armor.
I doubt.
What?
I've never used Shillelagh before, and I just looked it up, and it is a bonus action. So can I use Shillelagh as my bonus action?
Yeah, I'll allow that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sadly, I don't, because the
I've never had
spell
it before.
is a concentration spell, and the concentration was broken when you got hit and when you started attacking. So
Oh.
the spell went away.
Alright.
I'll just roll damage for you, Doug.
Mhm.
While Alice is sorting that out. You take 4 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
Yeah, no, so I don't need to do anything. It's just so like the quarterstaff that I'm holding, I can use my spellcasting ability instead of my strength for attack with it, and damage rolls with it, instead of my strength.
Super good
Oh,
spell.
that
really
would
good
have hit
spell.
anyway. Yeah, that would have hit anyway.
No,
So-
but I need to cast Shillelagh on the quarterstaff first. So
next
this
turn
is,
he actually does stuff.
this is preparing for
Okay,
next turn.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, absolutely
Thank you.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah, sorry, I've not
Okay.
used it before, so I didn't quite know how it worked, but there
it's
we
all
go.
right. Don't worry.
Learning.
Okay, first attack on you, Goza. That's going to be.
Wait, hang on.
Yeah.
I need to make a Constitution saving throw to keep my concentration of the spell.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
I just googled concentration. It doesn't affect my
Yeah,
concentration
no, that's
if I
true.
attack.
I
But
thought
if I do get...
concentration would have broken because you started attacking.
No, it
Was that
doesn't.
not? Okay.
It says normal
it's when you
activity
get
such
hit.
as moving and attacking doesn't interfere. If you take damage, you have to take a Constitution saving throw to maintain your concentration.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
remember,
DC
what was
equals
the-
10 or half the damage you take, whichever number's higher.
Oh, it'd be 10 then in that case. I think it
It'd
was
be 10,
13
yeah.
that hit you, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Well, so
if I do that... So that attack didn't hit Douglas.
yeah,
Okay.
so it goes to bite you, but you put your hand on its
Shields.
face and sort of keep it away. It's like sort of snapping
Oh,
at you.
that was a horrible noise, that. Smacking your teeth together.
Very, very
The
cheeky.
next, the first swipe on you does not hit. It was a natural 8, so that would have only been a 13
Yeah.
with the modifiers. So next one is natural 19, so that's going to be, I think that hits, doesn't it? Because your AC's 19.
19, yeah.
Yeah, so that's 19 plus 5. You take that is going to be 11 points of piercing damage as it
Jesus.
swipes you from underneath, catching up your chin and creating these long gashes, like 3 large gashes up your neck, and it sort of catches a bit of your face as well. Okay. That's going to end its turn. Next up, top of the round. Adalamin.
Okay. Haven't really got too much to do here. I'm gonna. I think I'm just gonna drop a healing word on Gozor. I'm
It's
definitely
fine.
gonna.
It's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, I'm definitely dropping a healing word on Gozor. Seeing him just getting. I just see him get like claw uppercut.
We'll drop a
I was
pixie
like-
right next to him.
Oh shit!
Well, there you
Yeah.
go. Now you have 10 HP.
Yeah, now you got 10 HP, mate.
Thank you.
That's gonna end my turn.
Okay, next up, Bok.
Yeah, I'm gonna spawn a pixie in the same location. And we'll
Okay.
just go for another attack.
I'm not going to bring it up because it's just going to disappear again.
Yeah.
I do love
Is it-
how
is this
Bok
a
is
shame?
fucking massive compared to everyone else.
That's it.
I was gonna say it's such
That
a
does
shame you
not
managed to
hit,
get the
unfortunately.
one fight. There's only one target. You get the AOE option.
And it's you succeed on the so it fails on the pixie, so it takes
Ooh.
the damage
3.
even with advantage. Okay. And it just sort of like rubbing its eyes and sort of like can't really see what's going on because the pixie's just exploded in its face again. Okay, is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay, Johnny Flash.
Right. I'm gonna need some help because I feel like I should know this, but can you explain to me what a cone attack is?
Yeah, so a cone attack would be. So what's the radius?
So it will be range is 15 feet, originating from myself.
15 feet. So it's going to be like that.
Oh, is it like that? Okay. It's just so I know how to position, so I don't hit everyone else, kind of thing. Where would I need to stand to not get hit other people?
Probably like
You would
there.
need to
wasn't it?
stand. Yeah, you'd have to stand up here. So it'll be here behind the altar if you want a 15 foot, 5,
Okay.
10, 15. Yeah, so it'd have to be there.
I'm gonna use a second level spell slot, which is kind of scary considering this guy's got better saves on it, but
Ooh.
oh, that's fucking awful. But wow, that is really low damage. But yeah, he needs to do a DC 13 save, and it's force damage because I can invoke different runes from my spellbook.
Okay.
That's so
So-
useful that you can change the type of damage.
So
the
that's
problem
a-
is you have to take different spells and stuff, so it's a bit
DC
tricky.
save for burning hands.
Yeah, dexterity saving throw 13. It's not really
Okay,
damage either, which
so
is a bit
that's
of a shame.
2 natural 6s. So that definitely hits. That's going to take 4 damage.
I've changed it to force damage.
Ah, right, yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
because that's
So,
something I can do. So basically, it's just first row dart coming out of me instead of fire.
Yeah, no worries.
Wizards,
Okay.
man.
Yeah,
It feels
it's
bad.
looking.
I went second level spell slot, and I should have just cast magic missile. I've done more
Looking
damage.
pretty hurt again.
That
Is
has
that the
been
end of your
done.
turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Var, your turn.
I am gonna come back with it again.
Okay.
Because the body's getting a bit DiMaggio'd. I'm gonna do this thing.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Okay, so 30 foot. Yeah, so roll a d8.
Roll with the 8.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Why the D8? Okay.
Was it not? So the sphere is centered on you, has a 30-foot radius, dim light.
No, you
Yeah,
grant
that's for
it
1
temporary hit points equal to 1d6.
Oh, 1d6.
Plus,
Sorry, I can't.
plus your cleric level, but yeah, 1d6 plus the cleric level.
D6 plus
so-
3.
Yes.
I thought you were
So,
going to give me.
Okay.
Oh, you cast a spell within its range.
sorry, yeah,
Instantly
1d6
now.
plus 3 then. Sorry, I couldn't see it from here. I'm sort of sat back.
So essentially, I'm taking the bonus health then as 1d6 plus 3. I think.
Yeah, 1d6 plus 3. Yeah.
I've got 4 bonus health.
Okay.
Then as my bonus action,
Wait, did you roll that?
roll what? My bonus health.
Did you roll
1d6.
d6 plus 3?
Oh, I rolled the d8 and it was a natural 1. So
Yeah, that's all right. No, just that I got that wrong. Roll the d6.
no. I'll take that as a 6 roll because either way, it's fucking 1. So like I rolled a 7 or something. So yeah, I've got 4 bonus HP, and as my bonus action, I'm gonna cast Healing Words level 1 on Gozo. For 5 health.
Thank you.
Hey.
Okay.
See what you've done. Okay.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Goza, your turn.
I'm gonna attack with my longsword.
Okay. Roll for damage.
11.
Doesn't hit. Sorry.
Oh,
It just goes wide. So you see this big sphere of light emanate around Var, and then you sort of take a swing, but it sort of blinds you a little bit, and it goes wide.
James,
Well,
question.
Yeah.
Are you doing flanking rolls in your campaign?
Yeah, but it's not. That wouldn't be flanked there.
You're not doing, if you can draw your line through their square to an ally, it's not flanking.
No, it would have to be. You would have to be here
Okay.
for it to be flanking. So you have to be either side of it.
Okay. Yeah, you're doing it literally straight lines. Okay, cool.
Yeah, straight line.
I did that to keep me
Concentration.
on thingy when he hit me before.
Yep, that's absolutely
So I've
perfect.
still got the shield on Bok.
I'm giving Dodd 4 temporary HP as well.
Okay, cool. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, Andrea.
Yeah, so I'm going to move forward, get a bit closer, and I'm going to, because I've used Shillelagh on my quarterstaff that I'm holding, then I'm going to roll d20 plus 5, which is my spellcasting, and that hits. And
That does.
and then the hit points are the weapons damage die becomes a D8. So I roll a D8.
Mhm.
And it's loading. Oh!
Nice.
Oh, nice.
You get your spellcasting modifier on the damage as well. You just don't get
Do you?
proficiency on it. Yeah. So you get
Does
+3
that
on that
mean
as well.
+5? Oh, +3.
Yeah.
11. Jesus.
So I
Smashed
get
his
11
kneecap.
damage.
Mighty stick.
Nice big stick. Okay, yeah. Perfect. So
Thank
that's
you.
going to be. It's
Well-
looking very, very hurt at the minute. Very hurt.
Okay.
It's sort of swaying a little bit now. Is that end your turn?
Yes.
Okay, so it's now its turn, and it's going to heal another 10.
Oh, fucking hell.
Okay, and it's going to turn around to you now, Adriel, since you are now within its melee range and you've just hit it.
hmm
Sure.
Yeah.
Right, so first it's going to bite you, and that's going to
Mhm.
be a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hurts.
Okay, that's going to be that's going to be 6 piercing damage.
Right.
Next is going to be
Sorry,
9 to hit.
9 to hit, did
I
you
got
say?
a bit distracted and forgot to do this for Alice.
9
Yeah, that's
doesn't
fine.
hit.
HP.
9 doesn't hit. Okay.
Mm.
And the next one is going to be a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So that's going to be 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
It's going to chomp down on your shoulder, and then at the same time, it's going to, in the same spot right behind your ear, it's going to dig its nail right into you. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Is that just a normal Constitution roll?
Yeah. So it's a saving throw. Okay, you can consider yourself infected with a slad egg.
Oh.
Okay. Top of the round. Adalamin.
I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna vicious mockery this guy again. In hopes that it works after his advantage on wisdom saving throws or magical effects. It's a DC 13 save of wisdom.
Wisdom. Natural 20.
Oh god.
Sorry. Oh no. So, what else are you gonna? Are you doing anything else?
I'm gonna step round to here,
Okay.
and that ends my turn.
All right. Bok. Your turn. Big Bok. Bok
Yeah,
the big.
usual. I'm gonna drop Pixie, but I'm gonna drop it here instead.
Okay. Yeah.
So it doesn't hit anyone else. And then I'm gonna take a swing. Does
Hits.
that hit?
It does.
Sweet. Okay.
Just.
So
It's AC's 14.
my damage is that +2 plus. Did I get mod for being enlarged? It's 1d6, isn't it?
1d4.
D4, sorry. Did I get any other mods with that?
You've got your
Hey.
rage as well.
Yeah, I added my rage on.
Okay.
Yeah, enlarge was you get advantage on strength saves and +1 d4 to every attack that you
Okay.
do.
Sweet. 3, so that's another 5, so 17 damage.
It. 17 damage.
Yeah.
How do you want to do this?
Yes!
Finally. Right. You can see that he's like visibly pissed off and angry And he hasn't got his wits about himself anymore at this point. He looks almost feral. And he's going to grip his axe with both hands and he's going to leap into the air and slam the axe down into the top of the skull of the creature and just pull so the whole creature falls to the ground.
You watch Bok initiate this, and it just sort of, from the top of its skull all the way down, just sort of splits. And from it just spills all of its intestines, its lungs just start falling out onto the snow, and steam starts coming up. And it's into the snow, and it's just it's gone. Okay.
You just said it's gone. It's years or one as it is there.
It's dead AF.
Okay. Right, so after you've killed it, you hear in the back, "Help! Help!" And it's coming from the cage over here.
Okay, so I'm gonna run over to the cage.
I'm just going to sit down on the corpse of the creature. Presumably I'm still big. I don't know how long it lasts.
It's 10 minutes,
It
right?
would
So
be.
over here.
I think it's 1 minute or until I drop concentration.
Okay, I'm going to sit down on top of the creature and then go, "Boo." That's
Yeah,
very good.
I drop concentration. You just go.
Okay. So,
We'll make around
Adriel,
the creature, see if it's like.
Huh?
you can have a look at it. What are you trying to look for? You're just trying to look for anything that it's got on its person, or
But I imagine it doesn't have pockets.
I'm
No.
looking for the person that said help.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if anything stands out on its person, like if it's got, I don't know, something like jewelry or something, or maybe if there's, say, like runes etched into it or something like that.
there's nothing nothing on the creature. It doesn't seem mad like it's a conjuration of any kind. It's just normal. Well, I wouldn't say normal, but it's just an actual creature that lives. It's not been conjured.
Okay.
It doesn't have anything on its person. Okay.
One more.
Um,
Sorry. We'll go
Yeah.
to- Sorry, Doug. What were you gonna say?
I was going to say, whilst the box just sitting there, he's going to gesture towards the hut and just point, like, acknowledging, like, look in there, basically.
Can I also check to see, since I'm stood next to the creature anyway, whether the claws sort of match with the holes that we've got behind our ears?
You don't know about the thing behind your ears, only I know.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I never told anyone. Unless you guys checked
well-
your ears at some point.
Nobody else checked.
Yeah, I definitely didn't.
Yeah, no worries
So-
then. Won't-
But so if you go have a look in the hut, I'll just sort Adriel out when she's sort of with this NPC. Adriel, you look into the cage and you see a small halfling woman. It's hard
not
to
there.
distinguish. Oh, is she not?
Nope.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Just do the stuff first.
You're having a bit on D&D, you just wandered off.
It's okay. Var, you go into the hut and you find 2 ingots.
I'm back.
I want to go in with them.
Okay. You both go in. There's not really much in there. It's just like a table, and there's.
I moved on because you were gone.
We'll come back to it in a second. There's just a table in there, and on the table are 2 ingots. They are black. You've not really seen this material before.
Do they,
Um,
James? Do they match the perfectly cubed stones I have that I picked
they
up?
do.
Okay.
Can I do? this on it?
Do what?
Oh, why did that link that as stone coming?
That's weird.
Stone cutting, you can see in darkness.
See in the dark, mate. Nice.
Make an intelligence to see stonework. You are
Stone
considered
vision.
proficient. Okay. You go on then. Make an intelligence check then. Just a flat out intelligence check at advantage.
Oh,
Oh.
it's a brick, innit?
So you look at it. It sort of seems familiar to you, but you would need to read up on it more. But you seem to recall flicking through some books that spoke of a sort of dark onyx type material.
So we know it's onyx.
It's not onyx.
I was
But
going to
it's
ask,
onyx type.
can I check to see if it's any kind of a jewel? Because I'm proficient in jewellery.
I'd make an
Check
intelligence
that.
check and add your proficiency bonus.
Just add 2 to that. Yeah.
Looking at it, it's not something that's used as a jewel. It looks far too hard. It's harder than diamond, so it would be quite difficult to cut and smelt as well. It requires like something extremely hot to smelt it. This is a metal, not a jewel.
Okay. I'll share the information with Var.
Okay, so Adriel, you look through the cage. And you see a small halfling woman there. It's hard to distinguish her. It's hard to distinguish her age because halflings don't really age like normal people. But she looks quite young, almost childlike, and she sort of grabs onto the cage and she's like, "Please, please help me. I don't feel well."
Can I open the cage at all, or get her out in any way? Is that obvious, or?
There's a door on the cage. Do you want to try it?
Yeah, I'll try the door. Yeah.
It's locked.
Um,
As you're sort of pulling on the cage, you can see her sort of almost go white, and she starts to panic. She starts to hold her chest, and she falls back and sort of sits down. She slumps. She looks up at you and says, "I don't think I'm going to make it." All of a sudden,
Oh.
all of a sudden, out of her chest pops this worm-like creature just breaks through her rib cage. Pretty much like Alien. In fact, exactly like Alien. Just breaks through a rib cage, and it slips through the bars and wanders off. She falls back, and she's dead, and that's sort of slithered off into the forest.
I'm just gonna kind of stand there dumbstruck for a little while then, just like doing believe quite what's happened to her. Not even shout for anyone to help. I'm just kind of looking.
Okay.
Also, Barley's standing up now, so.
Well, as you are all sort of looking around and things, can everyone make a quick perception check for me, please?
Okay.
Okay. Everyone but Adalamin, who's sort of still too small and can't really see much, who's sort of tending to a now small Bok. You turn around.
Small.
Well, you're smaller now.
Normal size.
Regular
You
size
normal-
Bog.
Regular.
Normal, as a smaller Bok, normal size now.
I'm just like
After
high
being
fiving
really
Bok at this point, like, that was fucking awesome! I'm gonna give Bok a high five.
I'm gonna sort of just hold my hand and let him do the high five.
I do a little jump to reach it.
I hold it low
Well-
enough. You can-
you all see sort of walking through the pass of the trees, two dwarf like people pulling a polar bear behind them, and they're sort of walking towards your direction. And that's where we'll end tonight's episode.
Oh,
Cool.
Holy shit, cliffhanger.
Episode.
It's gonna be.
Or session or whatever. I've been typing in my notes episode just so I can keep them.
Should I just name
Get
that
more
VOD
organised.
the kaiju fight?
yeah. That was so cool. I love that spell already.
It was amazing if I was rolling well. My rolls were so tragic.
You would do some bad rolls.
Yeah, it's true.
Should've
It was
used
just
zombie.
unlucky.
To be
yeah.
fair,
You rinsed the bandits, if you remember right.
so was the
Bandits pose
slag,
no
to be
threat at all.
honest. That was rolling pretty bad as well.
Which is very lucky for us.
I'm gonna jump off real quick because I'm really struggling with my eyes. So I'm gonna jump off real quick.
Bye.
But thank you very much for the session. It was really fun, guys.
No worries.
It was awesome.
See you later.
Kaiju fight.
Bye.
See you, Max.
Yeah, guys, I'm just gonna close it off there. Like I said, my eyes are being really struggling. So just gonna close the stream off. I'm gonna play some ads if you want to stick around. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, I can see the screens a little bit better than I can right now. Yeah, because I start tomorrow. The VODs will be coming out soon on YouTube. It's just been a bit busy on our end. So yeah, stick around. If not, I'll catch you guys next stream. One day I'll have everything prepped for this. Where is it? There we go, there. Stream ending.